Time check na no yento bi see FM group. Abeeku adani o good ass. Time check. Highlight radio and a wuti Nkomonkitinkiti and a day bremu. We are live on Facebook and say no catch wuni ebi non kanche ni ebi non kanche na dan fubina kanche obia say Nkomonkitinkiti cruise no omalande omode nsem akese best 12,000. Na ade wa hin na me hu o afi na abako ade fit me cho there na radio for any bad trouble say they cannot hear the Nkomonkitinkiti from the radio. Okay, really for me abote na me be bo nyina okay sometimes say na me be bo see me aboa yin na e was me do we so and yes I know so na me be bo ni so o so say dem see me aboa ni bia okay mini malandi mini cruise yalandi me say ene say when sia de enfi he na ene mini be bi obesia de efi bio mindi kanama obia akwaba Dr. Love ni hu be bi wakoteno pie be ni abre papa
Very cool.
Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, we will be akwaba. First come first serve. In starting fee Arab na Melba first. Entino. Hey, they be ako. I got never first day man. Okay. And yeah ma akwaba.
Yeah. Micho bibia otie yedanyame assistant so wamaye
you're surprised ke say you small months go there
is that okay wamaye enkwana wamaye ahode ni nyina ba bepi many ajepa my one and only Dr. Love, he's been missing in action for a while. He's back 80 it just a new me I had it yeah 80 for akwaba monwe maso na nkomoda na ebrem.
Okay, nice one. Araba akwaba unmute
yourself.
Araba you unmute
yeah yeah na ma ajiri but I guess I was on mute nti no one say your movie akwaba obi oritin him bia I guess in there is going to be an interesting night. There's going to be a lot of discoveries since obi stay tuned. I wear wallpaper but I will shake the notebook I will keep it pen. It will do you well. Welcome everybody.
Okay, nice one. Dr. Love, I lost mine.
Yawera domboko ya obina depa. I ma be break ho na ba ko pa je.
Impui. Dr. Love, uba ya sama ade ba ni.
Oh, what the? Ana mbasa ka be breje. Ebi su be lie.
No, waka.
Ba kudu na fata no, ya de ama no mfa.
Yo.
Waka. It is Dr. Love, bibia boko there.
Oh, nyame na do.
Ene there. Ode wa beka here. Good. Okay. Now our surprise for the night. If you jewelry.
No.
Hey, oh my God.
Papa, that's tired of me. Mr. Payne about there, my head tap. I say true.
Nice. AJ, good to see you.
Okay. Ebia, ebo akwaba.
Yeah.
Bibia boko there.
Nyame adom. I'm also a Bible.
Nice one. Yeah, she am fine. It's a job, but yeah. The nurse so do abaka yes. I come on the would because no I so how people be on you na you living brand. Okay. Yendi kai enko Facebook e ma sha mesra wa wonim se wa join on Facebook no. But modia na share my just share like then was my nothing so type bibi na me say oh why na me there I like shut up yeah na mama obi I shut up. Okay, Facebook user okay. Maybe so Facebook na money say do you know so no idea on Facebook no. Yeah, what about Facebook user? And aba friend nana nyame ba yeah jam George Finn me da friend George Finn so okay yeah jam ho na nana huzi aka 6x6 aka Mr. Araba aka future Opano
Allah.
Osiemo Akwaba as it
Mr. Nicknames does, Papa.
hey share but the nicknames also papa Kwesi Ofori appear also Osiemo Akwaba governor also my engineer Akwaba Osiemo Akwaba Irene appear Kwesi Ofori appear this is na okay Irene also Yemo Akwaba baby o bia Yemo Akwaba. All right. Now, before we go into our today's lesson, I just want to give a little bit of a preamble. Many a times, and I can say, normally say, when you have partner or girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, whatever. Now what? And promo agudie no when there is chemistry, when there is connection, when motim ho ase na in my opinion, what is connection? Now my dream be 5 years main tisa connection ase. Ena me do nwa pichi ya na mikonya mpanyimfo bi a omo abin wo omo nyidie ade ehudie papa I do fe na ye mi hu na fe na one type me se one type ya mi hu akwaba nti sampanyimfo na ya me adoma ende omo tumutumu obi a to ena omo yakufo de edepie ha mai now. And then say the topic is the love language. We're going to go into it and see, say, what I think something Chapman or propagators so we are going to listen to what he thinks is the 5 love languages, and then after that, there is a link. Ebia me de beto ma what person we will test, you can test and you can tell what your love language is. You can have your partner also do it and know what also love language is. Hopefully that will help you understand each other the more. Nanada menyama akwaba na
yeah
ibia boko
oh, I don't know common sense in
common sense.
So Michia Abugafo, AJ, I want to say, and then we home and Yaji.
Yes, dispensation and they won't
say, once a mini, I know, and any matter how you ever found. AJ and Papa kasa bring or buy nka watoto bomb be de o.
Obeto wabaya de obeto kaka.
I wish for any dear ma yesra ma Facebook for ya nam wa pay so. Wa on found some body enko bia no mesra nka chire. Omode akwa tuo de yetu a na yakoye no abusia nkoja nti wo apai so a wo hwe me pa cho mame nka ma asem ye show ni de wie me ka ma asem ye wo apai so amsra wo fa won san body enko na nka chire bomode na free ni aba no na oya na o tuna bi won so ya ma e da abusia so
Yo ena na aka chere mo. Okay.
Another one say
another one so.
It is saying
Yo.
Ako ata de no sa na nya bad ele ubeji hu
Medas.
Hello. Wagwan. Rastafari. That's yeah.
That's all there.
Eledi by you.
Oko there. Say we have oko. That's right. Ayo. Haji abinta na say they go for bitu papa akwaba. Lawrence Abuedu Mate akwaba me who said Dr. Pope nso ajoin here. Equia half sister Nana Auntie Amapoma Equia half sister also ajoin here. Nana Labi nso say mo akwaba. Babe Uzi akwaba my bio Alex K Ukia. Okay, and so as per the experts, what they made me understand when they said there are 5 languages of love or love languages. They are words of affirmation, service, giving, receiving, receiving, gift.
Asa ade a wa ochro en so pe dia fo ni so
Intimacy and spending quality time. And so and then the jaye bishia de. And beja inama ako if you can do the gift if not maybe you can go so let me have once but if you can do it and the enemy and send nama. And so no ye beja menama ako any araba for the next 10-15 minutes, not much. Ako would speak to us on words of affirmation, spending quality time, and if possible, add giving of gift. Now, I also offer service and intimacy. Ndiako.
Okay. Ye search ya ETF na. Okay. Ye chat here for you na mobi me apa. Kakwa meti me aka afa words of affirmation no. I mean, and they say learn your choice of words to be. And some people it's or feeling loved. Okay. That is what we mean by the words of affirmation in my understanding and what I read. The account how I only ubikasa. I did mine and the Amihunu said that is my love language. Where you will remind me every time how much you love me, how much I mean to you, how pretty you see me to be, beautiful. Sweet words, you're born it off. Now, we verbally abusive, and I think it's a you won't do well with somebody whose love language is words of affirmation because no pay and some of them yeah it's like I say a map and throw an pen some of them yeah and correct but no beyond and love language obi am peck as a thing anyway but a been no extra okay, sana meeting ya kan say me kan twi mu a ebinum de ne extra anti me no na me hunu ye se wutimi eka kasa de kire me tonton me ma me sa you know and the I love you no crowd the man nyentro wo de fancy yentro and you pack kan 10 times I'm say no na madwen say be me you do me I think me de no papa gift no side no me can say cuz you be kasa anti then it will come maybe I meet me aka more account adeche obi wo ho a opɛ sɛ obi bɛkyɛ nade wo kyɛ nade a ɛyɛ ɔdɔma no ebi anani nna wato ade abrɛ no ana onim wo yɛ obi a wokɔ kurom a wahunu bibi wato wo de abɛkyɛ wo ba akro no to ɔno no ɛdɔ no this is me and so wo de ade bɛkyɛ me a wamisa me ana wan kan kyerɛ me a and also adds on to say oh asemesi you dwene me and wabɛkyɛ made it really does not matter what you bring but say a free wakumemu and I wadwene me ho mpo to bring it no that is love 80 we all need to identify the emma obi a wonene wo ho oyere ana ukunu boyfriend or girlfriend adia emma na komato ne yem oya na ndie ne wakune kra and no I mean basically that's what we want to talk about it's being love language you know it terms that kakra meka wo I don't know why I say me ho ya kire me kakra ne twi no ne sense but major maraba
No,
now,
you have one more. You have one more. Quality time.
But I say
Spending of quality time.
And also you media on. Okay. Papa waka asem. Wonim biribi. Metimin apesa me ne obi be hye dem. Reason ti American no me ano na wa wutie wahunu. Wo so wadwendwene wuti mu ahwe se. Enioma ben ne so wani. Enioma ben ne ma wo ne be ma na oba wo ho a ope. Many obi wo ho na many gye ne ho ana emfa se me kunu me boy whatever me mind said the whole day yeshedem yankọ baby but just the two of us ade aye de ene ese ne money to betimi aye bia bi ene mfa ho e bia ja 10 times it's okay say you hate TV it's okay emi enu de da ho keke it's okay as long as cry bia utimi da men check me hu say wo da ho keke ni mpo no cry okay man just be by winning the park. Maybe I'm not park be so mummy and no interaction, no friends, and all other things. That's what I can say. Spending time with your lover just by yourself and whatever it is that you guys do by yourself, it's somebody else's love language.
Okay. So for one more question, would me type it, then we'll ask more hands. So no matter so around now. If you have a question about the aquatic thing, and they might some the questions can tell you. Also, will be now also a fire. Na afi yakwe. However, yakwe.
Sure.
So you have
the act
service
and
then intimacy.
Okay. And I guess to begin, maybe there are people on here, this is their first time hearing about love languages, right? So for those people, it's basically how the 5 love languages, it basically describes the way we feel loved and appreciated. That is all that it is about. When we talk about the act of service, it's the love language that is expressed through help, if I may say, through help. So basically, people who have this kind of love language, you may have to be, if you're a partner, you may have to be a helper, because through that you are valued, right? Then again, they are not really moved by your words, because these people, a majority of them have trust issues.
And Fantina from Kakao,
As a
and Fantina from Kakao,
for them no trust issues. Sorry, me a fancy you won't find them. For them no trust issues.
The maba crampa for ya.
They go by that motto or them sentiments. Their action speaks louder than words. Or if you are their partner, you need to walk the talk, right? So that is that. And it doesn't really, you don't really have to, do any extravagant things. It's basically the little things, helping with meal prepping. If I trash I go to egu, I come back from work, I'm tired, you meet me at the door with a chilled drink or something. It just basically lets that person know, say, you care about them. Okay. And there's also this thing about reading, that's my language. So
if you're a woman in the answer.
No.
Okay.
Sister, I'm patrol.
mhm.
Chilled water, no.
I got
Ghana ni bear man. This are chilled water.
So
Sister
I
Nabampa, Waba.
get that, but it's about time that we learn how to do these things. Like I said, if you read Gary Chapman's book, it will tell you it's not the extravagant things, okay? It's the things that you go out of your own way to do. Me, my love language is service, okay? My husband knows that. And he does little things in the house to ease the burden on me, which I appreciate. But I come home, so I say I bear expectation. So what really moves me is when he goes out of his own way to surprise me with idea. My dream say wobeyama. So that
chilled water. They say you're surprised to be.
Well, I mean, how many Ghanaian men even do that? So when you're in a garage, now I've had a bad day, right?
What the garage?
AJ.
And I
get where AJ is coming from, but me, my mentality. I don't care that the platform is like Ghanaians. I'm just like giving examples, and there are so many examples, but I'm just saying, me, like you did it with you as an example. I can speak.
I'm just messing with you.
I know. So in make us say, be a my friend, you may say I've had a bad day, right? But I'm not expecting that you're going to do a warm bath for me, massage me, or even
Ghana platform account. Ghana platform.
Does your husband have a brother?
Yeah, my husband has a brother.
Okay, thank you. We'll talk back. Yeah.
The brother,
those are no, it's because I have trained it. I tell you, say me to fight some of my marital battles, I've had to invest by reading books, especially books written by Gary Chapman, right? I started this journey way back in 2015, and I don't do it alone. My book club, my husband is part of it, and it's about 4 or 5 couples in there. And see, some of these things that we learn, we put it into practice. And that is what has helped me get to where I am, right? And see, like I say, it is strange.
Oh,
it is
that's
but
nice.
it's time we put these things into practice. And it helps a lot because it helps maintain the peace at home. Trust me. Milkun language might not be the service, but he knows it's a media service. I know his. And so, mommy. And that's how we maintain the peace. And so, just an example.
Okay, Araba say.
Yes, dear.
Lawrence can catch you out there. These things don't happen in the Ghanaian home. That's what AJ is trying to say. Like, don't kill it. But
Arabe we are wa Akosua na kwamo question mo.
Oh, sir. Oh, AJ Waba. I'm casa. Oh my. Oh.
So, what about intimacy?
So,
Continue, my church.
physical touch. Physical touch is a love language expressed through intimacy, right? So, for such people, basically, you show appreciation or you show love or care towards them by kissing them, holding hands, cuddling, and then sex. These are just a few of the examples I can give you. Most of the times, we find friends or ourselves even telling our partner, like friends, oh, my boyfriend, you're per sex, so do. And I'm Bema meaning what you're per sex, girl, way per sex, so do. That is not it. It is that person's love language. But because we need say any love language, you need to know what would dream say or per sex, so do. Sex is what makes him feel or her feel warmth, loved, and valued. And so, or yes, sir, and yes, sir, sex no penedodo. That is the only way that person can connect with you. It is through physical touch. Into such people, no, a lot of the times, no, and yet you don't express that kind of love just indoors. Obi ohon mobeka say, oh, one the boy na mabontia no musu so. It is just the person's love language. So basically, no, kakreya na metimi aka afa. It's a lot, but kakreya na metimi aka yeni mrebi. So kakreya na metimi aka afa physical touch. No, they feel loved when you touch them physically. And it's not just sex, it's a lot of things. Sex is the icing on top of the cake.
All right. If I'm starting to fire our questions.
Yeah, Akosua, see words of affirmation. Me pacho. Anyhow you talk to somebody. Let me ask you this. How are you supposed to be nice to somebody who doesn't listen? What Abia Makacha will say, oh, Bema. Jack, ukasa bebre ya mempe. Edu baby akawanu too. And constantly that the kwana ya na Abia oba we saying ya mempe. The same thing na oh yeah. How are you even going to develop that sweet side of you to be nice or say something? Any affirmation for no?
Okay. Yeah. Okay, this is it. Like we were talking about the love language, you know. Now focus no is a dien enema oba na bema e wo relationship anasa ware mu a. Wo ye mani panenije. Na
Right.
ehwehwemu no mpashom ehwehwemu no yehu se yemfa ne se bia wo de ye adecha. Wo you tend to do the adeche for bema kro no. Thinking say eno na ma wo wani ginti wo ye de am pleasing.
That was my question.
Baby ani ye hwe ne say edie na ma warefo bebre ni relationship bebre crash no enkoyie no because obi anim ni nyonko edo kasa esese wo ka kire no eni be ho a eye normal ye wo ye fie relationship bia eno de ye norm but enipa da se ni bia wade particular bia ope se fane se wo kala ope me wo kala me pe aduane bi wo hwa ye de nuane nyina besi wanim baba ko bi de ye de ma 10 times ubedi wow emfono sana love language ne sotie dia obi sa me ne mate wase obi anaso odin masa so ha wose magina ha na eno no obeye den na waka odo kasa de a kire no now obebi sa say nipa na ane ne wo ho no ono ne do kasa ne saying it's all about communication and also compromising and understanding, working the relationship where you two are a team and you want that relationship to last. If not, this love language we are talking about is not going to work. Some people are just selfish. They don't care. All they want is what they want and they do it. But it has to go both ways. It is a me love language. Words of affirmation. What in I say? Any bia wo de your gift ya ese se me hu na bere bia matade de ama wani age ba se wadwen ne se wo de wo pe na abeye me say me love language intimacy di me da ana de bia no so me ha te se de akua woken na ono ba wo se ono de obe so sisi so me no fu eno na kire sa wo do me wo se wo de wo to na me pesa me so we are selfish. You don't want that relationship. You don't. We are verbally abusive. Obi te se me na fe me hunu me hu unim kasa bra don't come. No matter what I do, no, I expect you to find a nice way to talk to me. There's a way that a person will throw shades at you or even talk to you. There are people like that in a very nice, shady way. But me ever the me say, me can say me no. It's be anyhow obey. Obey me ye be apa. This is Arabic or no person or boy. A boy be a man ye chere me honam pejo. Okay. Mentiti any say adwuma bi ameye ma ade eti so wadwene ne say wo ye bibi di aboa me abra you are not doing anything onye hwe de bia no nkrofo bebetimka na me nyu asemesi atena na oba no bia meye bia nani nso bra no dia meye bia nani nso problem na ho ne wo.
That's where I want you to hit.
Thank you. Problem no e ho ne wo because you don't do exactly what the person like.
It's because they are not being attentive. They are not listening. They are not communicating right.
That is the truth, AJ. That is the truth.
So all these things come to play when your partner listens and you listen to your partner.
That's true.
But if it becomes one-sided, then something doesn't get done or something isn't right. And Mama make us say, and no, send your Mama Rebecca say, "Ni kuru kan book club hun." When who say, "Bibi say ena ne yerepe." And I'm sure to see ABA and a so a year the new kunu a day epemano. And it's a compromise. They've come to an agreement, say we're both going to do what this one like it's a compromise. But when you get somebody who feels to say, I want to stay on the phone with you 24/7 and you're not staying on the phone, if that is not what you like, I'm not going to compromise and not do that. But what I want is what I want. These love languages does not apply.
No,
exactly.
It does not apply when you don't listen and do what I want and I do what you want, but rather you want me to do what you want and I do what I want. How does these words of affirmation and all these intimacy and compromise now how am I going to be intimate with you?
So let me say something here. AJ, you are so right. Now the question is, as Ghanaians, how many of us even invest into our relationships, right? And this book was, Gary Chapman book, it was written 20 years ago. How many people even know this? A lot of sister relationship man. You can never like make okay, ako your words on him say or pebem or becky can send the egunasun. Ebi ako kwa communicate to Bema no say, tell me you love me more often. Bema no so na adwene say na wunti wunim say me do wana. Do I have to tell you all the time? But you see, this is where the guy goes wrong because nipa no old and that is his primary demand. But because this partner doesn't have the knowledge of the 5 love languages, say a boy in a relationship, and even in dating, a boy no look until I say into be selfish, baby original 90 these things. Honestly, it has to be the 2 couples or the 2 partners on board. They both have to have that knowledge. And meme dear, the environment we live in, it shapes us. What words of affirmation. Some years back, maybe I was words of affirmation, but me going through a couple of breakups, me being lied to all the time, I've shifted because I don't believe words anymore. And so those words, put it in action for me.
Okay. Now, one last with the book that you're reading, I read the Joe Austin's book with Vows. It's also another good book to read. See, Ghana for me mano ye betena na ye kasa. Na mo movie feel say, oh, we are just ye kasa keke say ye ma. Some of them are bitter, some of them have issues and blah blah. Whether we have issues or not, we are all here to learn ye can. Ghana for me money be ye a cake out to the point it says ye can't someone ye catch will say oh bema so we saw me no for say ya me peno there be oba will be mianes face anyway when you're mango now, omia. That is not it. You're not communicating with me. You're not listening to what I'm saying. How am I going to say nice things to you? You understand? Say you guys will listen. Let's compromise. Compromise.
AJ, another typical scenario. She saw oba wow or ye or kwejuma, right? Or waba. Na bema bet ne kunyum. Maybe I will bear man your love languages intimacy. What the upe right? We hear so dear a words of affirmation and as a service. Or buy ye Giania, Ujnane naso, Wobetri, Wobenwa, or Fidia cola, wo yese. All you do is just sit and probably talk to a friend on the phone or sit in front of a TV and watch the TV. Inti eduanajo, obanani buefu because you haven't fulfilled any idea of value, you haven't fulfilled any of those things. Into about eduanajo that one change. Now touch all the necessary spots. Because you haven't expressed love enough for that person. So
okay.
that is
Mema, so encounter then I'll fire my questions. Let me start from Dr. Love. Dr. Love, do you have any questions for your lecturers or Mwakasa so far? Dr. Mrs. Araban and Momes and Dr. Mrs. Akosua Williams.
They are doing well. I'm happy to hear what they're saying, but no questions so far.
No questions so far. Okay. Another any questions for our lecturers?
Lecturers, why are they? Nkomonkitinkiti lecturers. Second semester lecturers. Yeah, the ones. Why are they? So far, so good. Many questions, but they do see being kahwa. You already answered the Bible kahwa.
Okay. Only question we have so far. Okay. Now, here are my questions. In the course of your submissions, and then questions that AJ I say more answer some of my questions because about the gifts, my question is that say you are in a relationship with someone and your love language is gifts. Now, is it receiving gifts or giving gifts?
It's receiving gifts.
I see. Akosua said giving, and that is where I want us to.
So, Papa.
Oh, David, no, you got me wrong. No, you got it all wrong. If that's what I said, but if that's what I said, then I'm sorry. It's receiving gifts. Words of today, and I said earlier that people tend to rather do their love language to their partners instead.
So
I'm receiving gifts. I assume that my partner likes gift too. Maybe most of you, most of you would buy things for your partners and you don't see them wear them or they use them. Why? Instead of you asking, no, maybe say as a win-win. If the person says no, don't get offended. Know that gift is not the person's love language. Don't get mad. You get upset over unnecessary things. I mean, me piano. In a bibo mazana noto. Ebe. Speaker cham. If I go no oshebechi. Ye. Because then the person know there. Me piano. Abibia onyema kasa be say nyom. When one kashi. Okay, Jay. If it how would I feel about that? My June papa. To know what I love. And that's enough.
My personal research on this gift situation was that if your love language is gifter, you are more than likely the one giving.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Not the one receiving.
Which
You're
is
more
wrong.
than likely the one giving because you are trying to let
The person know.
basically you are giving a message to your partner. Say, if I'm giving to you all the time, what I'm trying to tell you is I need to receive something too. You understand? And that's why I asked you that is the gift, the person and the love language a gift, is it the giving or the receiving? So I think it's both. I think it's both, but I also think that just like when I always say, Hannah, do you want to call in? My sister says it's receiving. No, I don't think it's only receiving. It might be true. The person's love language might be receiving, but sometimes in order to communicate that to you, they tend to give. What I say, it's a way of letting you know what they want. Like I said the other time, if you are with a person intimately, if you pay attention to the things that the person is giving to you, they are telling you what they want you to do to them. The way the person touches you, it's a reflection of how they want you to touch them. What I say, so to me, I think if the person's love language is gift, they much as they love to receive, that is what their love language. But if it's not coming for that much now, they tend to give for you to know that they like to receive as well. And I don't know if I'm making.
And to my dear Ghanaians listening, this is one thing we all must know. It's very important. Assumptions, it kills a lot of relationship. It being your mom, you and your mom, your friend, partners, and all that. There's no way you can assume that a person will do this, that. Never assume. Okay? It's our love language here. At the check, like Papa is saying, and you tend to be giving to the person so they will know that on an epia. You're wrong. You're wrong. Because if the person does not see that, how would the person know that the man's in the You don't assume. You don't give some you pay now what shadow be no way you be man. It is said why do you there given to the person because gift is your love language, it would automatically tell your partner the order a change on more. You're wrong. You need to talk about that. Or they will communicate. As I wear pen area movie. What if on Sunday you are? That's where the conflict come in. Where you be academy yards in me I'm not a material type of person. I mean, in particular. Although you made it, would you tell me okay? Every other thing, buying and all that, I can do it myself. I don't need that from you. Don't give me that. I don't do material zama. It's not my thing.
Let me ask this question. Araba talked about service, right? Meaning that if your love language is service, you appreciate the person who does things for you, fill your tank for you, take the trash out, clean the house, blase. Does that mean that because your love language is service, you don't offer any kind of service? You only want to. You want to be served.
No, you do, but when you are more, like it spins your head around. Like, wow. I was I mean, I'll leave it for Arba to explain, but we'll go into it more. I mean, maybe one American. I mean, what's some of them in yards? If yards, yeah, mad, mama. I know how to do it already. I never got love. I grew up with my grandmother. My daddy was not there. My mom was not there. Michelle Amepiodo, tell me I'm loved. I'm welcome. The more you make me feel that, that's all. That's all.
Yeah.
When if someone's love language is service, does it mean that person doesn't serve? You only enjoy receiving?
No. You said, like, you want to be helped. Like I said, it's not benino. So let me put it this way in a more practical way. My love language or service, okay? I'm saying that if you watch me feed the kids all by myself, cook the whole day, right? Clean the house all by myself without you helping me, in my head and in my mind, you don't love me because if you love me and you care about me, when I get tired, you should see it to the point of saying, can I do this so you can take a break? Or can I help you with this? It doesn't become your chore. It doesn't mean that every day you have to do it. No, that's not what we're saying. But I'm saying go out of your own way to help me around the house, because that's how I feel loved. You are expressing your love through that service. Papa, can you hear me?
I'm a bit I can hear you.
Yeah. So basically, it's not like making the man do the work in the house. That's not what we are saying. But you care about somebody. How about instead of telling me all the time, okay, you tell me all the time, Arab, I love you so much. Oh my God, you rock my world. You are my this. But you watch me do every single work in the house. And then all you do is you sit in the couch and probably talk to your friends or watch TV. To me, that is not love, because if you love me, show me through your actions. Help take the kids out on a walk so I can take a nap. That's basically what it is about. The act of service, and that's what it is about.
Okay. Then I was a question about words of affirmation.
Yo, abusanfo when that say. Yeah, program na and program no in fact bani ho so far yam do mu squad but me who say ye Ghana for kasa me ye ni omo kasa na wo twi bia ba na me who say ye kan seman kasa che ye nuanom well ye nyoma nketewa bi sa nyoma 5 yi nyoma nketewa bi a chese onipa bia ofra hu nipa no o fasa de we e de ahye otrimotu anamo bia na there should be peace at home, because araba can be say wani je me ho a na e wo se ma de bia me ye bia won so timi bo abi enye wani je me ho a ne se wo de wadwen ne se bia wakotoka amame na waye but wani je me ho no nkwala ofie ma wo oba bibia me bia aso wagya bibia gumenko a me so na de okona kotoka amame but saa ne ye mema ne ye mu bebre ho no adu mra wase yese shanfi saa de no ho krom ha no me ni obi a me kosra no ha bema no eyi nwura akodo na danfo ti ono maka tem say eku a also ade bema wuji mi na oku na eyi nwura akọ afenam to na me sia fem na me tane na ase me yo ho bi a me soma call lady ni nso no me madam for ne bema no e na oba ko bi yo to no so na madam for ne oba no ye na ase akopie onti no be ba se bitima ba panam dan mo na se madam aso bebe ben kasa asem ni bi mu da why adam se en kasa asem ni bi mu da ni eye obi fie yi no esai obi fie asam ka share na no ye obi fie no esai obi fie na bema ofa nwura kwa e pa cho ne profession no do baller no apepa ne profession ikura no otam nwura ne ko e do anim wo no ne din na da na so na sesa after no so we me sorry o bra me da se see edumra ye hu do se be ma oyire wo a onso awo oyire nyam a onso nyam ye hu no sa nyoma no a ebe boa e bebre e na afi nso se oba otwa ye ma be ma na bia wamfa nye ne ho a ebi bufu pa ebi wo se bufu no se se watwa ade ama wo na wamfa nye ho ebi ho no makra na be ma no no me consider you no be open life no ofi so akota de but ade a wo ma no ofi se sa level no koto so meku okukura kun perfume bi akota ntugum dia na akota be ma no so ntugum so ntimi fangu no ho enti no enye bibia but communication ye kan na ne fapem communication so when nipa na communicate when ntimi hu de nipa ne pe assuming mo kan enya de was nipa bia de tren wi ase so we assume ade enye good wo wi ase brofo bi eba be twem a eni kwasen ke existing po se nipa kra me dwen se eya me se da bi enti na men kasa pie no assume bi stress obia sangu ba bi ka obia fa woni nipa ono ya ade na wonti ase abisa no straight and hwene no men kasa me hwe se de Abeeku the way I watch here when you are showing me am so nya Abeeku me da bi e bi on nani ne kra ya see you no see me enti no assume de be pese eni kwanso obia de transit ye de aka de be share issue.
Okay, Dr. Love.
Yo, abe me da say. Ya mishra nyina mabujafo nyina so akwa mcheche tifu nyina. Man, I'm very impressible. Things I always preach about. And then was on the niaje. There be an be free say mekasa mama. Menkasa mama. It's a basic of all said the minimum man it's a basic of a hefan esen can start free. The foundation of kama mo chempanano mo ye courtship no mo dating no wa hunu say ya na ye date ya abe on say majority na say we all focus on and name ye musa and some questions. You don't talk about anything like again or ban or pay. What no idea when you what is your favorite song? We don't ask. What is your favorite food? Sane mani na ya idea ye date you ubusa oba na say oba so busa bema ema sebe enema moye no mu ware a ema obi ehu de obi ape ene de obi ampe wa hunu yenkata about all those living including sex. We don't talk about it because what we share bema be sebe ne de answer on there opoba say odine kwati be show bathroom ye musa wa hunu oba bi so ho musa bema bi so musa oba ne say ebia edai ono so opetrum si edi nitrum ana o musa eno ne sa niema na ekoso hwe alaba ka asem bi say efie adwuma eno na ende enefe efe da bia me ka asem ba ko say enye be ma adwuma se bia edai obeye sa niema no but efe so obeboa wo ba no nana da ko ka asem bi say oyire nyima wonyem wo wo awawo ya na ye hu say ere enne enka ne ka say enka ne no enka no ba etifie won kwa adwuma wo hwe nkwala obanu aduane wo hunu ba enne no asesa oba ekwa adwuma te se de wo be ma akwa adwuma ebia meka se kura wo ye hours chen te se de na menua ba ne kan oba fie a obedwane na aso aye aduane wote wo hwe movies and how to computer so ubo game. But the question is oba ne we nyina no wi asabe bua nkwala na momai wa ye mo homework a so wo no we are make us say we here laundry work up and we two laundry biagu empa so we akogino ha bobo obewie no abre edienti na busa ofi say e ma bebre omukunum e ko mo chen wa o se me yare enye yade na o yade o the basic wabre because you haven't done nothing to help her. So and I never be a abe yana ese ye memano just ye my ni ekɔ so because uye fie juma and not just on your bema be and not just see a trouble mama so na mabonti e because oh ja oh hunkukum oh ja oh to traje and we baller no so and no doesn't change your position for you being a man and the efe sesebe unim se bia wo be makra no wo no yire da ye no oba na sore je wakọ adwuma wo sore na make bed na ye dey oba na be na beg no so sekatu wo so ja wakọ wo sore wa make bed no so e bia nka wo na sore ja na nka wo mra no wa make et de mini man mo ka no metina se me ba akosua de no so on sa akosua ka a be way of say obe dey obe kasa de ope compromise ope say obe je no so obe krokro no obe do no. But a way of so be done no. Need the say day. Obe man a gift, surprise gift. I can't gift you na be brain tiase. Oba no wadwumom. What about say day? Obe to flowers bi akọche no. A surprise no. Anabe obe to lunch bi a surprise no. Wa hunu. Eye niema bebre ene wo awade mu a emema ne bi ne man ne bebre enye. Na eno so no ene ehu say day. Eno na ma awade bebre atete apansam. And now awadi bebre egu. Yeni ama no can say because of you see, first food is not a food, but second food is a food. And nemo makomu dada. And mo say enye. And then no my day, or my turn around to change it to make it better for them. Well, and then Ghana for bebre ne doesn't know say book kura ha. Ufa now redia. Etimanya orgasm. And my bebre doesn't know that. Who can we be by no say hey, well, hey, your bani or your jamai. Ghana for it's all about. And Niema in here Nieka, but I did a buoni pano. We don't care. You need to enchain. You so it's not all about a mema. Oh, said there be a mema. There be a you say, oh, if you want the open, young say obey with you and your them. Never knew be. Well, and Nema Broha, we have to observe ourselves. Unini pan etia, ma warrior we are. It doesn't mean say you know the person. You still have to observe the person to know who she is and for her to know who are you. So in the basic of say day, when you bedim komo, ubedim komo. And then Ghana for me brother come fear be just say or ban it baby. I'm here TV or ban it to the other side. Them also to the other side. In the name of what? Or Barco and now Cotono Socafabia. What Peter not watching it? Why does it have to be like that? And then say, young man, you're the Jew almost so. No, because the way I say, yes, I always say, you want her to treat you like a king. You need to treat her like a queen. It's the both hand. Benkum jari nifa, na nifa so jari benkum. It's not only one-way street; it's a two-way street. So what you say? Because and yet sometimes say be a ubemano, upexessia, and not just say oh there be or the end there be a time be who oba no ho a o naked be a person e dey, o chine e dey, e di no. Make us a deal cross or deal, uni papa bia. Well, it's thing in answer why they or you should your bar so any fair, your bar no pay. Surprises a help or banning for Juma, but they said an alabacam, what bread, bubble bath will be. What do the wash more light to be? What the candle, center candle, this is so, and anything, a surprise. Yanni boy, so birthday. I mean, share, you can, and yet you may have got yourself. Share a idea, a way to win, a way to win.
Assembly Kiki is the queer.
Assembly Kiki and Sabaso, then assembly room.
Landing at the Emerald Mission.
And the
I'm so question
Dr. Love, but obviously Misa will say, can you know do because of electricity cost?
Oh no.
You're asking for a friend.
It's a part of being woman. Oh, it's a part of.
Or see me, Misa or dundum kanya because of save electricity.
No,
Candle.
What's your candle?
But to mommy,
Dr. Love, okay.
Sorry.
or say na candle now also so candle na a socket in a shift your way.
Yo.
And then it's a new be anywhere, Bebaso.
Make me answer. Wait there. Nana. On say common sense. Oh yeah, bubble bath for a pia kettles not one side, right? And now on fat candles not to see even baby a betonsium. What the best is baby a bear safe. Oh, and yet, oh, Nipana Woyen. Wouldn't say, oh,
I say, Rabbi, I saw the team.
Nana, Emerson Nana, Dr. Love, or say candle no so or towel bed bath and beyond, and I say Dollar Tree.
CBS.
Okay. I thought that is kind of who knows.
I say Ghana for being no. Yeah, can't see yes, it will be. Yeah, the BS national. We should take it serious because man on my bread. Because I always say, yes, sorry, I'm talking about slaving, but we slave our women more than a slavery. Into more any day and changes our system. No, na yempa into you with them dwell there. Thank you.
Okay, Dr. Love is changing slaving narrative, mentality, and that's what you want to see. Again, borrow money. Oh, okay, just before you know, my second wife. Nah, at a later date, introducing that child. I buy to we are okay.
Oncha makao skanombe.
Sorry.
Oh, that one no.
Oncha makao.
You're trying to say my rates.
Oh. Okay.
Our wife,
What?
Cash up.
We salute you. Welcome.
Yes. Okay.
Welcome.
No questions. Comments, questions so far.
Oh, a question about maybe so be or say or doom can not to preserve energy and save money. And I say being romantic, what is he trying to say? And or say candle because candle the himself called bed bath and beyond and hona unya bia just a scent no unya different flavors name smell near day. Uncle Juana say uncle $1 tree because I hold the $1 when you pay and then or the beefy. Now face so candle and send a socket in the if you want to no romance no a coin friend.
Tell me one answer now. You see, I about one casangas also. What top up or questions or comment do you have so far about?
No, not right now. They so far there. Mami Arabani, Akosua a good job. I think I can retire. I think I can retire so they can take over.
We are throwing the question. See, my question to Akosua about this words of affirmation. Okay, so should these words of affirmation be genuine? Are they supposed to be true? Are they supposed to be mental saying? Bibi efi na kuma mu anaso onu se wo pese wo te san nsem nti obeka ma wo ato.
Okay. That's very interesting as a walker, but a day tina me note na ungunu me say me ho otan na na me de
Ako
beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Now you chose me as a wife because I mean, of course, it's obvious you like something. It's obvious you love or like me, whatever. It's obvious that bibi o hwa bia me ya a move, okay? 80 yeah can say no. Yeah can no cranny. Yeah can agro no me pacho. And come on, you do a hand no enya agro. And yet to help our funny relationships.
And America. See,
no. You wanna make. I'm just saying it in general. Say, yeah, can I grow kwaso? Nti say me can say, and me can say, edi nti na no yerete, and na wukunuti. None the love language, words of affirmation. So obey acknowledge, So obey say you're handsome. Say be wako unity and I say be ba obeka. Say what shout adi we say tadi dey fatal dey. All these things. Na unim sa sam na wo ka no. Enye no kre. Na wo ka. O ka sa yere.
Because
what do you do that for?
One man who said will love language and
want to hear.
No,
he
but
feels to say that is what you want to hear, and that is what is going to make you happy. And that is where sometimes on these languages near a technical kakano because a man money be a while. Omunim say yes, Maya Sumye de. And and phobia and Baba can't say because Omunim said that's where it's our folk talk no. Nonsense talk no. That is where it comes from because of who said. Say my Rebecca when you say, oh, me didn't ABO read books, ni kuning into the remember what time I read the book ni be after that is what my wife likes. You understand? Because he wants to please. No,
but what is wrong with that? That is where the compromise come in.
What we are saying is that
what we are saying
because it's a compromise, some people can compromise and not mean it. That is the question of Papa sound. Some people can compromise and not mean it.
Okay, but Matidi how can you answer Pepe? But okay, go ahead.
So AJ to say the I guess that we are all some of us are struggling because we haven't read the book. If you read the book itself, a lot of things will make meaning to you. So what fact to say obi to say acquire words of affirmation now what AJ is saying, a man can take advantage of you. No one say that is your love language, but Gary Chapman will tell you, say, you don't fake it. If you are a person who's partner, love language, words of affirmation, do not fake it. So when you're looking at the book, is supposed to help, or these things are supposed to help people who have made that commitment to be together. However, Bibiana, there is the advantage and there's the disadvantage. To say me dear service. Okay, when there are times say bia me kumbeya dear mama minim so wo ye because onim say na me pe. So at that moment, guess what I feel? Me feel say me do ye keke. That's what I'm saying. Say Rebecca also says sometimes go out of your own way to do things that she's not expecting so that you blow her mind.
Exactly.
But any day, if a man knows if your partner knows your love language, yes, they can exploit you. Because only man
Okay, Araba. Mama nko say. Me so me drink because he actually adwene.
Yeah.
Se minim se papa pe mutu. Na me shada.
Anwamo.
Anwamo no pe. Dia achi kusia kan wo
anointed rice.
Any side
anointed rice. Anointed rice with beef.
80 faniste. Papa pe anwamo. Edi beef washishim. Na me cut out of me way. Abribia me noa. Anwamo edi beef washishim ma papa. Boni bene won. Just so papa ni beje. Na yeden. Boni bene wom.
Akosua, I don't think.
No. Say na make us say me so me chama dwen say na ayeden. Ma papa ni nyi ana. Say papa ni beji ana obafia na ni beji ana meboa. But any beji no say papa penti mayama no. Enye like me just say ma papa as long as papa be refia na ni beji say chale chiki why mezi ba no. Hi. Ori zamu de nenyu agen. That alone, isn't that also enough?
I get you, but where I understand what you're saying. What my question was, and I believe that like AJ and Albert know where I'm coming from. That's a little different. But I'm going a little deeper into and my is on the words of affirmation. service in India, you can't fake it. You understand? You can't fake and one more. You can't fake it. You can't fake filling a tank. You can't fake washing something. You can't fake cleaning the house. It's there. But it's coming out of your mouth. It can be.
Okay. There's a lot of but wait a minute, me person may answer nekakra. Okay, Papa take.
Oh, then I'm person bemukakra.
But yeah, me more come am Pacho. Here, Papa take. Me read the kakra because then I have to read this. Okay, people with words of affirmation as a love language value verbal acknowledgement of affection, including frequent "I love you." Okay, not that I love you just to, but there, enter America there, and you'll be a child don't say, you know, it is a remind them, you reassure me there. Modo, Shayembe, my mama will typical example, Shemoframa. Don't you see that Moframa one yemba? Yeah, you be one. But look at the smile on our kids' face when we say, I love you. A baby to me, baby, so that. Do you love me?
Wow.
But I'll say,
and your own qua.
I am in qua.
Okay, about.
And now, Menkwana, me catch me, master, I love them. Okay. Now, words of appreciation is also part of Obia open words of affirmation. Say, Maya, dear mouth. Now I catch them and say thank you. When you so, Papa Manu and one more my yet to please you. Ube fear, Udi, the anine crame da secra one kebi. What prame? I thought you had what prame?
I guess that's what plan, right?
Yeah. What hurting me feelings of also it's quite interesting. Verbal encouragement. Sanka metia ya me say the launch show, talk show na managing. Nanka bema catch me say me hu say wo ya de. Say de usifa kan yi wo yire wo ho bo modern ye. Ebeko ye. Wo ya de ma hwe yes. Hey! You are the best man. You are the best. Say because me refi say na me show kwati me say cause you about 10:30 na and the show no man ye. Ubenya 3 points e wo dem. Because like you see and your money be and often frequent digital communication where you would text nice things, social media engagement also be to me over social media. Maybe our boy and I say ukunu now I call it even though native you no I call like your picture. Wakochro comment. Sanya Nkomonkitinkiti a move binum. That at the end why do you say F? Meaning so patch say Matthew point I say people will just say them and fake them. Yes. But why must you do that?
Thank you.
Why? Why time now we waste media now with you? Who did Santro na ayodeng?
Well, most of the time,
we focus on the positives because I guess people are also learning, and then maybe another time we can.
And mean, as long as you tell me you love me, whether you fake it and I say, guess what? Don't you gain?
We focus on the positive. We also have to touch on the real.
I understand.
I know, Mameka, as an intro, I know a couple. The whole Virginia. Say, but the whole Virginia, me who be that. When those people go out, no baby this, no sweetheart this, no wait, no way, no way, kiss away. I believe it's all part of the words of affirmation and the intimacy being displayed publicly. You understand? To some of us, we thought, say, whoa, this is something else. Like, wow, this is real good. And I mean, needless to say, we are to the baby. I mean, and now after everything went basabasano, I had a chat with one of them. And to my surprise, after all this PDA that they display when they come on the way to a nice, so pretty much the things that they do out there in public is all they do.
It's a cliche, like, and they were fooling themselves.
So my thing is clearly one of them one of them's love language is that, and the other person takes advantage of the fact that I will display this only when we are outside for you to be happy. You understand? So clearly one of them was really enjoying the PDA. But was that true? Was that genuine? Was that real? No. The fact is that
you answer you've answered yourself. It means the other party did not really love the
So I'm coming to a point. I'm driving this to a point that when we are talking about these love languages now, let us. I think it's I listened a little bit. I read a little bit. I watched some YouTube videos. All those things just before the show, and this is my conclusion. Right? It's good to know what wakasa your love language is, and then it's good to try and figure out what your partner's love language is. Now, don't mistake the fact that the fact that you have found your partner's love language, automatically you will have to conform to it. It will be good if you are able to say it. If you're able to do this. Look, some people express love more physically than opening their mouth to say it. Unfortunately, your love language might be words of affirmation. Mine is service and action for you to know that I really care about you and I love you. So if you keep pushing me to come into your words of affirmation after everything that I do for you to know that I love you, like everything I do tells you that I really do care about you and I love you. But just because say it's going to be a problem, then this is what is going to happen. I'm going to withdraw from some of the things because for me, I think I thought said doing these things will make you know that I really do love you. But if all you want to hear is me saying it there, and then make come out, and I will gradually withdraw from what I was doing to express my love to you.
This is exactly where the problem is, no. And Papa, my there. You see, it's a year before me koso na deal with me to person make me patcho. Love language, and for man kwa. Ye kase a mema a buo to a man is
I will give you a question.
You can say a buo bema bia per respect, but then again, and you may be a we yet share bema a chain say udono. But what I say, ubia individually, ubia what it is. It's not just about ye a man. A man so a wadia, we yepe or say ababa way. Obi wa tana say, tana hey ya me kwaba. Impie and no one for quabonting. Mempe or bow pen now for one, yes, sir. Bibiara who here will be as obey ama. What I say? Ben maybe opa and one adriane or your key. Men one obiso men no adriane for. That should you be. Obiso wakase ewra da ho ma me mieja. Now the men na ho. Na hwe de ebesi obema bi so enye ne big deal obema bi yiri betimi ni na kasa certain way oni problem with it wo ko try sade no with ukunu dwasem we besi umu no so enkomo na yedi wa han no it's not just about female ye mema me ense yet ye na nka me so na mpese ke ye turn table no around na nka omo to kire yen ade ba ko bi a oba bi ya o kase ababa wa yi die. What's my fear? What
because so many if you can read
and yet from man because you are kind of master program near you not
a word partner. Papa, we sent you the link to do the quiz. Did you do the quiz?
Yeah, I went through it. It was too much.
Why?
Okay, Papa, let me tell
Oh
you.
yeah. And I think mine is like the top on the list was service, and then something gift and something. It's almost okay.
So you
For me, and that was the reason why I'm glad you brought this up. And that was the reason why I said maybe sometimes your love language is actually what you like to do.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I went through the quiz and maybe I'll post the link here for people to try. I went through the quiz, and my result told me straight away that it's more of what I like to do. It's my language is more of what I like to do. Like I cannot say if there's something that I need to do, me do fear my bread. Like no matter how tired I am, I will say me okay, and it could be anything in the house, anything I mean who say end the year. I mean to mean that. Like I have to do something almost every evening. Me be do here. Sometimes me say matter and to an extent, you know, maybe that is what I want other people to do, and so I maybe unconsciously I'm exhibiting it. Instead of make us say, if you say someone's love language is something else, maybe the person likes to do that in order to let the partner know that I like this. So I would appreciate if you can do it back to me.
But
Papa, nobody
just to do it. That's what we tend to do, but that's not right.
Which is nobody should tell you what your love. You have to know your love language. I have to know my love language. But most often, what we do is that the very thing that is our love language, is what we do most. And you are right, because you want the other person.
My point exactly.
You want the other person, you're doing it so also do unto others as they do unto you. So you are doing it so that your partner will know, say, you like stuff like that. And I said, say, your environment shapes or determines what your love language is. I told you that some time back, people will say things to me, oh, I'm a demaso, but I'm not like that anymore because I can't deal with the lies. So put those lies or whatever action, whatever words, and just put them into actions, and then I value that. But that doesn't mean that service is just, my love language. That is my primary, and I have other things. I think the only thing that I don't like, not that I don't like I scored like a 3% on is gifts, because Akosua said, I mean, you'll be on a birthday, I buy presents for myself. So what's next? I won't place value on gifts. There will be better mads. So, thank you, but it doesn't move me. Into Dr. Love, you can live with me in a house as a partner. You can buy me a car, right? If you buy me a car and you will not help me around in the house, trust me, that car, there's no value in that car. It could be luxury cars, Ferrari and all of those things. I don't care, because that is not me. And I mean, we all what you're saying is not. I mean, you're not. We are all saying the same things, just that you're saying it differently. Or your love language, you are expressing it. You are the best person to express your love language. But trust me, when somebody else does it for you, you would value it.
Okay. Did I see a hand up? If you are now working with another Dr. Love, no good job, sir.
Dr. Love.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Busa Assemba, it is kind of a statement form, but to a man say, okay, is it right? Say, man who said the Akosua come, man who said Akosua epe gift, man who said Akosua pekas kasade, and to answer a man be brave, a call abusive, emu ewo awadi emu, because Batman who said, what dear when I'm a ya. Oh, me say me tonyo ma oba no a me bu no kura ma bu na wie o na ehwa ma kofa nyom bi na me to ma no o na oba na aye okay wo because Berman 8 is it not Berman is taking advantage of you Akosua, because me say any ma we now pay, but no, I'm using it to abusing you in physically, mentally, verbally, and financially.
Okay, but where abuse means what? So when we say me pay, say umame, ushe me cry. Adie bi a me ye ushe me cry. Now catch me. How are you abusing me? Me pesa me ti wasam na obisa me.
All right, my question is okay. Akosua, me not to. Ebi o sika bi do ma pa ma cost spend. Me nim so bi befu. Wa hu. Na ma oh buy ye ma cro ma to flowers ya bro. Ebi a hu. Me ye nema wo pe. I'm saying everything for you to feel good.
All right, Dr. Law. Hey, miska. Never can jam that I love you. Never. Never love language. What are you saying, Dr. Law? The whole thing has been twisted. All right, no one else. Yes, I've come away. I do not hear you, but you know, baby. Now I said, dedicate there. It will never get that kids win. Never be I love you, I chum. Another back at them. You are so pretty. Oh, Memo Ubufua. Ebe, Ubufo, if you are that. Wabra Mezu one. I beg Dr. Love. Check the man said, no, better put or young. No, you see.
Okay, my
next question. We are not talking about that.
Dr. Love, I cannot. See,
no, it's not make us a CDA. But it's in the that's any pain that will be abusing no. Won't nipa kura no open no timo. Na tisabe. It's me love language words of affirmation. Can love you, cheer me. I just say Akosua ade a we hear me that's name 2 day dey o wia me ebi na wo ka example na man na me dey ma wo. So we be wia me sika. Na obi o wia from you dey wo ye ni papa. Adwen pa woni ti.
That's what I
can't. We back. Oh, my back, but me kasa me love and but don't make any mistake. What would you me be? I don't mistake that thing because we benya problem. Really? No. Don't do that. You do age bia. Enye nsemu nyina e na wo ka ama sebe wo ka ya na makobo de. No. Mpochomo mo ye dem mistaken. Na. You pay you know. Never catch him that I love you today. I love you 24/7. Apart from that, to Nyankopon la wa ma me feelings. I can love you na fake me feel wo body ma.
Exactly, you will know.
Abai, na wa ba sam na working. Abai Jimmy fu no obi can love you on dey you on azan akofina. Abai, you will know.
All right, Akosua busa question. Is it right to say is it this language I'm say san nema we e ma be breaker and e ma be breaker. But ebi Akosua ko shatade. Atade no efata pa ho. But instead of saying culture say atade a was efata no. Ma culture say Akosua atade ma ho ayefene. Is it an insult? Or it's not.
Atade ya ma me ho ayefe.
Atade no.
Well,
that is but do you know say it's a
atade na me share na ma me ho ayefe.
That is the point. And I'm listening to say insult now because I'm a man for kapa.
Debbie, any insult, but the way the person.
Okay, I mean,
the way the person says it, you know.
I wish I for which yes, some more share or high life radio, no. There's someone 12 abo na 12 months I said the mom when you free on to one trying Facebook na obia so ba monsa and share my you go see your twaso.
Okay, 80 Dr. Love. Uka say bi Akosua. And atade a wo she ama wo ho ayefe. It depending on how I will be no. But what you say? Ama wo ho ayefe. I say I extra. If you are tidy, if you are color no or something, it might be bright. Yes, but so we need the paper. We need good. You more. We bet me the assembly could see negative. You say, oh, patches and one yefe, and you are tidy no share na.
That is my point of the question of what I'm saying.
Right.
I will say, and you are tidy. It could be say wakoboti. It could say bema unity. I will say Ghana for sa language na you use here. Oh. And that dear why you fool. Well, who know? enema ye ka ba ya adwene maso no aka oh thank you me da say what you say but enema ye ka utra wo koyi ya ma ho ayefe no edinipa na me ho nye fa na that's the question.
Oh, no, it's a woman a compliment. It's a compliment.
And
yes, you
today you're looking different.
Be on a love language, a word of affirmation. The only thing you do to break her is to give her non-constructive criticism and not to recognize or appreciate their efforts. That is the only thing. Most of the times, can be praising the piano. The person takes it in good faith.
So with such a person, you don't correct them when they make a mistake.
You correct them, Papa. Mr. Constructive.
But you're trying to tell Papa.
Papa,
it's very relative.
Papa, my memo example. Let's say you are my partner. You're very offensive. I don't want to offend you. Yamfa Amaka, Mama brother. Nana was what? I was here, my partner. Sebi. Nana was a love language, a words of affirmation. No so wonka. I say, do I just go straight at him and say, Nana was a woman? He's going to be offended. There's a way to say it. Onye offended.
Yeah. In with the man started Papa Makade, Papa Mubu, Makade. Some ya waza.
I said sorry.
There should be a way as a baka. But it's my mention man can't tell me there. Zawe ni answer. Ejim. Nzade ye mudo or yankwasieza. Why do you talk to me like that?
No one has a words of affirmation when sensitive power.
Including yourself.
I don't think words of affirmation has anything to do with you.
No. When we talk of sensitivity, because then but Papa, if you are pedo, because the
the last person who wants compliment. I don't.
If you are pedo, and there, because the name by heart, there I will entertain answer there. The bad, there. Who does that? Oh, anytime earlier and there, you can throw a very nice shade. You can tell somebody your peace of mind. Tell them why you're mbuaze without tremor. Yanku bienwa. Mutuma kade. Amazing because it's a man who dorisham. Mutuma kade. It's my own cosiezema. But also, do I get mad? No, because amazing because
example, she cast away on a casabia. So we need one share over phone. Obi idea be mammy. And now me catch the partners. As you see, what dear? Not any penny, no last person. Not come, she say. How best I didn't mammy. I said, I'm not just saying enough winning a mini pump, a mini part, or any department penasem. And you know, as someone making share a year as some capa me reach, you know. Make a maybe chroma for being feeble. And now, may main crata in your chairman. Your chairman, Sika, no, on any part, we capa na and now for phoning in our no, on any part. Na me nso say nka on the obetimi ayi say sika no kra like many dey fine pa na ono the man bia ankoso kra bet ono nipa otu anamo pa gi ani bi kakaka pa ehu abufuo nti no sika no wanje okromu a otwi fa so ekọ Nevada e ma me full plane e de command wo just the go officer makasa asem na kire no so ja ade a waya ma me no nipa nyina men susu se wo just ka wo the last person also my no akwana tikwa pai enti no said the obesi afa ka asem a kire obi no wan hwe yi a enipa no so won tikasa na wo ka no a wo be fa no wrong but ni obi kasa na kasa uyo obi anka saa kasa no enye kasa de wo yo bi anka wonnim nyansa ne nto aso no enti kasa bi a ye mu bebre eka de kofanta kwakasa baba omunim se wo yo bi a enka enti ya nhwe ye kasa ye ko kasa bi ona ka kire nipa asa wo di ekuro bi a entimi nwu na ato ne tirim wanum kasa betimi di asem bi adi ekuro ato nipa ne tirim a enya ade se ekuro no ebewu da enti fa na program na really enjoy the show pa intimita ha
me patro me timi bisa mo asem emema no
Yeah.
that kind love language it looks as if say na bibia na come man so
mema de
yeah,
bra
interested most money.
We don't have no love language.
No, you do.
You do.
Mercy, you do. No.
Abe ja no fa mema de bra. Abe ja no de fa mema de bra. Ja no fa mema de bra.
Papa, speak for you then. Because
it might be there. It might be there.
If you are doing nipa biara was up here, Papa, onyo bia no pie nufu na besi tuntum. Ncha wo tasting yin mo ba. Thank you.
Bam.
Ebe for macho.
XDD.
I don't say nothing. Our year they who the church. Our eba you in the men. Araba men pass some my meraba chado ha. Okay. Some who there after besi akoko a. Eyo koshini bibi wom. Tell him them because on your taste. It could be bibi kiti in a pure all your way, but on your walk on my dancing. Make a man,
latest right.
I catch a higher crown and they behave yourself. I don't like trouble. Papa, not on a wire, the minima, or top, or as a more filler, but come on, manuma, or the Ayanazi, Gazayan, put some bread and that for no check. Papa, young quick, come and tell you.
I think we had that discussion before. I don't know if it was here or another platform where we were asked and said, is it possible that at a point you can change your preference? Maybe obia you there ope main for 10 gram today then all of a sudden they will go for someone like Apito. You understand? Is it possible for that to happen? And I think it said we came to a conclusion that
and then that's what to
Hey, how about one of them?
Well, yeah,
I was a portrait. Yeah, portrait. I had a fetcher.
When you come to so go to Jim.
So there is that possibility, but that doesn't change the fact that primarily, no, that is their preference. It doesn't mean they hate the other side totally. But it just means that all things being equal, they will gravitate more towards, unless something strong really on the opposite side is also able to pull the person.
Okay.
Now, having said that, listen, I speak for myself, and I want the men to speak for themselves.
Okay.
When I read through, I saw videos because YouTube. I like listening more than reading anyway. So I read a little bit. My sister sent me some articles. And before we were sending articles because I was going to talk about this, so I was asking around. Interestingly, and that is just me, all I saw about this is feminine. And I'm not trying to be a misogynist, or I'm not trying to be a feminist or whatever. But to me, the reason why I'm saying it's feminine is because men don't necessarily breathe air into any of this as a reason to feel masculine. I don't know any man who likes words of affirmation. I mean, words of affirmation so much to the point that.
Apart from that, there are other things.
I'm speaking for myself. If you are when
Papa, next time, some kind of local English.
You have no idea. Some men, they will want you to get up every 2 minutes. I love you. I miss you. I love you. I miss you.
No, but example Papa, you share baby wa ho. Me pera be e cannot feminine na man to was sit down. I will understand that.
I'm not making a for all men. I'm saying it for myself. I'm saying it for myself. So me in particular, after going through all these 5 languages, first of all, me and I didn't really find anyone that really describes me until you guys sent me the link, the quiz that I took that says
So then that means that you didn't know yourself then.
No, because I don't breathe air into these things. I feel like when I feel like when we put all these mechanics into our lives, and it puts unnecessary pressure on ourselves and on our partners. Me, like I said, is good. I don't breathe air into any of them. To me, they are all inanimate. I'm not going to breathe air into any of them to become animate.
Baba, what the beef was Ashishim? Moniama, when you're in jar.
Make cereal, and I'll be fine.
Papa, that's the Moniama way, baby.
Of course, but make cereal. So I'm not
into
Angomo. I can have a yes,
okay. Or reporting a girlfriend, Emma, and sister say, or catch any girlfriend and say, I love you, girl, no, and responding. Or can say, I miss you, girl, no, and responding. And the girl is like, if I don't miss you at that time when you're saying it, why do I have to tell you, say, I miss you or I love you, when at that time I'm not feeling that? So what you say, or person of or to me friend a girl, no, any girl, or person of friend a girl, no, any girl needs to jina phone, no more casa, if you're no more cash, or person mujina so no complaining. And it's sad now can be any men now very selected few men maybe and almost pesadi any pa any I love you, I miss you, where are you? Where do you one was answering money? It's maybe a meme or harmonious about a meme money be a pesadi any pa.
Yes.
Okay. Into AJ.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Mama.
Papa. Inti abazapa na wubesia oye mawa wenyu abeji, because you can't tell me that nothing. What would a woman do to move you?
I can't wait to hear this.
No, because I don't. Like I said, I'm a very easy person. If you know me very well,
Papa, we're not talking about easy. It means every man is easy. Every man is easy.
No, not everybody. If you are one guy, I love you, and Jenna. Okay,
can you answer?
Once I know you love me, I'm good. You don't need to tell me. Now, honestly, I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything. To be very honest with you, I can't think of anything. No, I mean, look, once I get my respect, once you, you can't think of anything. I'm not that.
So okay, so no, you've identified with respect, right? So what would a woman do that would make you feel respected?
Respected and disrespected, both. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so now it goes without saying. I mean, what would you do to your partner that would disrespect the person? I mean, how would you want to what would be so baby? What be say baby man? It throw you off. and better as a Korean. Ebia, we be so for a favor and you don't want to do it. Ebia, in the midst of
is that not service?
No, it could be words of affirmation. That's what I'm saying. I don't have any definition to any
I
of them.
know AJ pedo okay bibi ba AJ pocho mama akasa papa the way I reckon asem ne wa mama ka asem cho. Enyim do obi so wo kwa. To ka che ne yire de bia anani besie de. Nua ngwa momam na wa anua. It's not a big deal.
Why did I say this agwamo? Papa, why did you say
that? Sister,
nothing is a big deal to me.
Okay, it's not a big deal. But I never be so there. I but say in that bestia be feel disrespected. I never feel it that I respect. As there, second on yards no throw offer. Why yeah, and I hear them making.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I'm going to do.
You feel disrespected.
Let's leave it
myself.
Now, anyway, let me put one here. I've told you several times to stop staying there. Papa na girls now, or not preference, not primary preference. You're dark woman, big 38. But
I you fimo. Also mine.
Where did to go call that? In there, man, kadam. My catch the papa now. See me back door. Come and pay.
No, mama, $5 wahalo be alative. Mama, upon your back door, mum come.
Only just by the way. Most sorry, you're not them saying from that. Yet you continue. Papa, mpeda minya manu bo me the capital, you know, do mpeda minya manu baba.
Ah, the fair capital.
Capital Muslim.
Ah, okay.
All these stuff
no, the baba here feel like that. Capital come in your bank.
Debbie, can Mammy Araba can you ever come into this?
Papa, you're back at the last bag. I shall say, I had the age of
on that note. On that note, no, we'll bring the program to an end.
My diagnosed Papa. At some point, dated 4 girls, and at some point, dated black chicks. Now he's saying that he affirms with black chicks. Since my man and my brother are confused. Ochina kutia basa sa. Yafan there on undiscovered capital. That is the diagnosis.
Capital so already.
Capital per life skin. Capital per life skin. Capital per life skin girls in no petrol. Or said I'm paid for baby. Papa on the other hand, a dark skin girls no pay more for intino. Cocoa for now of our moon or the omu pane or manu, but yeah.
And don't venture. The new wife, you look like you are fair. Sister,
or you're crazy about your tour or pet. Don't papa any capital near to
Nana one for that. As a man,
since I'm not sharing the first cry. Since my sister, I'm not sharing the first.
I know
who say capital see my mother some of the my mother buy any taste so my mother buy a cocoa or a light skin or to say pepe and na you so what to come yeah capital no be open for the near papa yeah
38 double D.
It wasn't necessary. So I don't see if you look at Peter. Why would you let I don't know say Kaputa? Why don't you let her find out for herself?
Oh, sorry. You
have to withdraw that statement.
Oh, okay.
Or withdraw statement, Ben.
Me pa said, Araba say Araba edgy kakro light skin, just like Capito. So I say, Entino. Na o Araba so be what to kakra Entino. Capito spec. Capito taste.
Okay. Obi said love language means nothing to you.
Oh yes.
No.
Oh yes.
Okay,
oh,
Nana, edie na ma wanije. Edie na be ma be ka say baba we die. Me ye bribia de ama no. Oye ma wa komato ye. Because I said what the huh?
So what will you see?
No, Papito, you read your comment. Why? Keep writing.
Sister V so pe asofo. Sister V.
Hey.
Hallelujah.
That's the fear open.
Good person. Good, very, very good person.
Me pe enkokrafo omo cash.
Papa no phone.
Yeah, Papa. Yeah, we have to be ye taught it right.
It's good.
One
reason.
Yeah.
Now the answer me Mr. Dr. Love. So now
they good question. I mean, sure na nice. The chairman say, a branch in the car same be or say, love language is yamoke and sheda nyad nwanwa nyad nwanwa bia ema mema yen said ye tete ye no na edi nya ha bepem sabre na afei na ye twe ye ho afiri mu nkete esan say saade no se titu me a ye wo mi Ghana tete me ye wo me French ni ba tete me asana me tu kwan no abi nyinya me se enyama we no ubo se ye no mo sa no beka so wa kwante krasi ni da bi onye krasi ni but na no krampo no eye ne du e won nsem bebre hu krom ha to yere da hospital na guy no onyem ne nyem a araba pato o mic no o sama o kan na no first carry bra mi o dis kan mo bi afa bra mi aha oh enti madam for no ne yere nyem a oba bewo na o si opia bontin a obi ton flowers so na say memma na eba no memma na eba no obi aba na o the flowers eba hospital what they abre ne yere anase whether family members ni bi nti ono so ko anim ho no na o so go for ta na to flowers e ko maternity ward ho no mi aye da bi a ma na gi awo no we dia ono so ko to bi ti ne yere ko na yere awo no de ko ma no e ko no nko awo no no yere awo na tade e bra wo ni wanti ma anto wi aman ko meji ko tade bi ma flowers na to ba guy no just say nana beni vuya na just say afi na to so on asoma na ye ka kire no flowers na ono ankofo eta omodi anije eko no enam pani ampa so Ghana for my baby on ma so di ni be de kota flowers akoma no yeah obe wale onu o je ma yare kakra ho amount for tonyo ma be chen flowers na timi to buy it's baby pananka o shia say after flowers no ade papa ade kasie bi kura betimi asa di akiraba but said ye tete ye nyina nti no both ye man ye mema nyina afei e na ye sua nyoma nketenkete bi but a man de mo ya de mo ko asa mo ye a little miles ahead of us ye nti ye mema no as ye wa ye sua mo ma ye sua ye hu se de besi afa
Nana ko olu su question no question no
answer question no de ba no na ma answer no say me say no we say no me no bi say me say enyoma ben a de di kan no obuo ya de bi ehia me so na me obi a me ya de na enya ka kire me me fun na ma me hu sa de no kra ma me ni ji keke me so me de no say me no wo ho na ma ya de a enya kra na ma me hu say ade we no because me pese me no betena wo di esuma dwen ene me betena o ma me hu bibi a meye bi enye ba me hu because me ni mutiri ma dwen me ya de so na ye ofa me pe me dase ya de a me hia pa because
Okay.
aya de ama na I say ade am de ma no we hu ade am de ma de bi a me ya ma bi a
And
pese
then na fabo no to so nti wo ya de mo bia pese ti wo so de no love words of affirmation for le wo ho no me dem be si because you know what like you said earlier no me mechanism ampa ye nyina me I feel I may discover new baby about myself.
yeah
If you tell me say we all don't know because of our backgrounds me no we ya adwene eno ti ye nyina eti aye si ye sua biribi no eti Dr. Love me pa cho we dey ma dia yi na fi papa nsam wo answer me na be aka me
Dr. Love, if you are
Dr. Love, candles, you asimi, yana.
ebi
Who say? Or say? You see, we're talking about romance ne sanema nema no. Madam Fubi, on any issue, na make us say, oh, you know, we no, Madam Funo, we're cool, and I mean, or your beer, or yes, lovey dovey type, you know, or pay. Niema bi niema Nkomonkitinkiti bi ene catch no. Enti no, ode obefi adwuma beba no. Why ne bubble bath na say bia what roses. Na ode a draw a be a heart e won mpa ne so. No what candlelight dinner bi mu mienu pe bi mankwala ne pe babysitter no nko na o say mama te mapa. Me nkoto flowers na mititi mu form keke. Sika no metimi dia ye.
Also vice versa.
Well, I'm pa. Flowers can come to be so top blocks or Ghana. Meanwhile, you don't even go to Ghana more than once. 6 weeks, no one stand back. You understand? But when you
in 5 years,
when you say, and now what offending no? So these are things that you no obi na waka say intimate tough flowers na mentimu ma me pa metimi akotwetwa tio metimi akotwetwa wura ye sie fie ye chibi e dia metiti agu ama ne flowers. You don't know whether that's poison ivy woman there are things that we hear, we see, and we know. So I say, Ghana for me money binum romance. Obi when him say romance, and they say what be fie no abo apesi no de ko bi atoso. Na we di bia wie no ade no de sa ne na mefuso. And no friend say romance.
Romance. Oh, someone.
Yeah, no, me ba me say them before be atoso ama.
AJ, we are no be that so oh my man fro.
No about oh mama me fro kakra. Oh mama me eat you kakra. Oh mama me eat you kakra. Me pese and me pese and what do me call what my and me mpa so.
And what do me call here? I miss you, no.
I don't be quiet.
I miss you in the tree, no, Anna.
Yeah, commit me then. I mean, show on panel from me. Yeah, commit me then. Me show on panel.
What's the information?
No, but AJ, me patrol, or baby so hard, baby, maybe in the Casa San and you. If you are not quite a lot of money and chim. Oh, almost Kumasiano terms, no. Almost Kumasiano terms, no.
That is when you marry your best friend, or when you marry somebody that you connect with. You understand what I'm saying? You have all these jovial things that you do with that person. So squeezing it to kakra. You know, those little things if you are wanting to motimo who say well mama name for why bra me actually and from me.
Oh dear. Okay. And credit back as you on abu.
From one doctor to another doctor. Dr. Akosua Williams, also beside Dr. Love.
Dr. Love.
Now what's the time again?
Yes, sir, there are 3 doctors against 3 non-doctors.
When we are borrow doctors.
Akosua Williams also beside Dr. Love said, do you think, that was a question, right? Do you think, whatever, you can't say.
No. I want to know what his love language is. Does he have one? At the end, a move on, say on your bow, I deal with we are, work with me. Like, however, whatever it is. Because, and yet for men, it's for females too. So, I mean, for men, so, and yet, I walk love language. So, really. What do you
Yo, Akosua me da say. Me try question obusa no. Number 1. Me pe oba either say phone so anase physical no. Say physical me da ho no ba to nyom mame a manage ho pa.
Hey, and number.
Nothing
Me
pe odonyom pa. Ena oba sebe enkwala ni fi a ebia wo kini kura no se brace and panting kwa. And the panting and brace have to be much. And also MFF me te what am show and no kwa kinya me e ma be bo clean no.
Hey,
I don't know if what draws in man till you 5 man also.
Physical, okay, kaba physical touch, no. Okay,
okay.
So, and you know, sa niema no niema bi a so MFF. Yes. Akosua can get men can ba ko pe ohun. Okay, they ma come in the me.
Men America say oh, say me can ba ko pe. And owi a me de be aka no beto aso.
Yo.
Ah.
Yeah, my chance now.
It's a open unit draws.
Me dem panyum draws pa.
Nobody ba to be better home. What the fuck can we?
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
I know. I pim here.
no be a dia obe kan e be ma obi a wotie so akai so okay me so ade we am say obi ya ma manage pa. You see, because ye mo bebre ni me ye ho. And American, we just learned to do this show and all that.
Paper cho Dr. Love can make it to the so here. Adia Mr. Crown say oba was sorry and nenia chifri pass before I won't pay and 3 bedroom one brasa so no. Why you no come and sign the OPA?
Saying, oh yeah, saying.
Who's a maybe that's sorry and I know I come to my channel or the APA. So one of the big nam kitchen. Be a chicken into my try mu. And to my try mu nanti fie no me say me ko tena fie bi mu me fie wura me ko tia ne ka no ka kire me say me first can come na yire me 4 steps no ko soro no man yire be hia mo steps na no wo hyentoma wo frantoma no de ba na wura ko se me ka me tikwa so wo dan ne chi ko na ntoma na chi achi na ne tu nyina egu yeah, in fact, I feel not like, hey, Sabrutre Chabreka, Memu. Then to make your move, she will be. I was steps as well.
Okay.
Sat down one. It's the sun, your man. On sent you about what saw your film pass about what that we say, or they, the Tino or the idea boom. So about Rasta or the idea boom. One giant sound found and the 3 sound cotton pass. Because Me obia me hu nwi bebre pa na me ho tete me.
Hey, let me pay me pow.
And you only
Dabi o tie me enwi a dabi enwi a aspre atitititititi go.
Oh,
Sada
okay.
me kan. Me enwi a atititititi go. So ntino okoda na do de so wo nwi ade abom fine. Wo hairnet bi wa hye. Sa na be hu na mpa so na enwi na be fa kona bi na enwi gua. Efi ono nkwa na hu nwi bebre are. Me hu sa na me ho tete me. Etimi akra sa me tibi fa prayer na me ankasa. Me ama prefio. But about piano with me yet fine na di pia bontian. Me fedo. Na wo kitchen na wo ya de wa shell shots bi. You know, just say fekeke. Papa. We she nice. Open crab me t-shirt white bi ko na ko yi ba ko she. Me t-shirt white ko yi ba ko she. Na bo se etwetwemu sa na.
Oh,
So something no.
Okay. Yes. Now, interestingly, you clear love language, and our kind of
E kwa online so.
also,
There be the one on we meeting there no meeting no.
and a better comment. Since you move for so be as on can get here. So far, you and I mean, maybe I'm wanting. Dr. Love, we feel there.
You see, my love language
Dr. Love, we
speaks
feel time back.
when I'm really into you. If I'm into that person, I like to cuddle. Cuddling is my thing. I like to cuddle. We don't have to do anything. Just lay in bed, watch TV, watch movies, or talk or whatever it is. It's not necessarily say you understand? It's just we're in bed, we're just relaxing, cuddling, all the but you see, you have to be somebody that I connect with. You have to be somebody that I enjoy being with you for me to have that feelings. I want to cuddle up with you. If not, yeah, you be obsessed, I'll be obsessed. But for me, yeah, like cuddling and yeah, cuddling. Yeah.
Inti, a question now. During that moment, no, do you seek the full attention of the man, and now you don't care when he is disrupted by a BSO or skimming through the emails or share TV?
I mean, it depends on the content. So I say, if it's work related, I don't mind. But if it's other things like went down for seminar, say why wouldn't you remember my
game.
I mean, game, it doesn't bother me. I can learn a thing or two from you, but you understand what I'm saying. My ex-husband said he used to like not play football, so I will watch, and I don't have a problem with that. We will do that. But if it has to be something that me feel say is worthy of your attention. But if not, yeah, it'll become something else for me. Yeah.
Then instead also there any physical touch you.
Right, but say, and I make her say, you have to be somebody that I'm really into. There is something about you that always wants me wanting more. I want to touch you. I want to feel you. I want to cuddle up with you. Yeah. There has to be something about you that draws you to me. If not, we just,
Okay. Okay. Idea here can me can we so. Once and first, not Dr. Love be some questions be. And Papa Neka na say be say onipa no send no messages no or pel ni ade o feeling no I will say or harazo. When you jide ho dia bibia eya. That's exactly what it is. Timi mfra bonte keke mehu me ka just Akosua I love you. But who say profile type go na ma see you see e wo mu say ye bibi say na agro fam. But me pacho me adwene nko nneoma bi so kakra. You don't just come to me and tell me I love you. No, me ka dia wo kana so wo de ne so say. You just don't come. Then you be akeke no abeso mu. Na just say because me Italian attach ntino. What touch me feel good. If I'm not into you, me ni wunni sa agro no. It is ye kasa na we don't mean say obi akeke. Be catch me I love you na just okay ya na just say measurement in my woman and let me do what you know me woman. Me no why. So me find you attractive till I know. You reminding me and that's a reassuring me of your emotions and how young can say it here for nipa. Okay, we go in and out of relationship. It's very important as partners to even what will be the right word? How Uncle for editing where we take stock or whatever. As partners, it is all right to even have such discussions to know. Because ebi o wana wunni mi o maybe awoye ebi ana nipa kro no we should be missing koti papa. Or say sometimes you might be in a relationship with somebody, you think that person is your boyfriend or your girlfriend. Nipa kro no hu ye. Oni wunni ho. So you can be even in a marital home and wife or husband were divorced for a long time. We'll check it out, but we need to check it out. So if these conversations don't come up, or if you don't get that reassurance of the person how they feel about you, how do you know someone go one way and I say bako afa right and bako afa left? It is a yedim komo be say now it's more about communication and also knowing. Say odofo no uye bribia pepepe odono enyini ana ukun ni bakro feelings for them. I mean for you. It's ye can say eho na ye kan kosi. So just don't come here and tell me Akosi I love you or send me a message and say I love you. No, me repeat match moment because me pede obi baka kete baby na chire do akekere o ye kete o high life radio what's the words of affirmation or dam nti ibi can love you and ezemi kan ezechi. No, you don't just come to me and tell me you love me and I just accept it. Even some no na oye how we treat him and be shisha maroba na we much I love you bro and then back and that I love you na me nje men na me who me there said you made him. No, I'm not. And see, other you where these things we are talking about comes from, where we are going with it. I can't love you not on a mina. Abai. Nipo bonhata what actions or bo show. Once a year basasa. Fake it so that kingdom come.
Sometimes it's so sad. Too much. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And it becomes fake. To me. Oh yeah, and I love you every other day, every 2 days. I love you. I love you. It becomes fake. You can love somebody by showing the person. You can act by. You don't necessarily have to utter it out all the time. Now, I love you. I love you. I love you. Or I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you.
AJ, me pacho. AJ, what we say? Oh, can I love you? I love you. No, and say what the dream partner can say. But so what's not. Bruni Kromucha, the word I love you, no. There's a non in the mammy crack as I walk catcher. And me and Muahi, and walk catcher and mammy or Ghana, so Mama love you. You Muahi. And you won't send me on ma, Jano. A yamu do, a ye soon at you, Munuka do. A feign a ye a who. And sa fear, no. I think that ye to tea, sa in soy channel, men kind of sa in soy channel to your more problem because as someone a idea obi mind so no. Ne osi ni ba wo school John, have a good day. I love you. Waka ono say it's a dog man no ni waka kosa. But yeah no. Ya the papa crab will be yeah kakra no. I no din. Ghana ni be catch us I love you no. And oba ko ta de acho. Who be na no aka no na no do say the yetete ye no mami afi ni yetete ye ho free mu minim we na botre ma ye ye yetete ye ho free.
Was it was it last year? And I said couple of months. I can't remember. Sometime. Uni Mida. How you got my number? I don't even know. You started talking to me. Uni make I say, yeah, I love you. I say, brah, you love me for the way. Where do you know me? When did you develop that love? Are you mad? You see?
Hey.
Yeah.
Someone can love you at first sight.
For what?
For what?
It could be just for your hair. for your face.
Listen,
It could be anything.
You could say, "Oh, I love your hair." I get it.
No.
As Ojan, comma, is you on one pet.
Me no I can say, okay, bye. I love you. What you love me for? What?
Wow, we're good drama. On kind of day, like
My friend.
Hey, I better to talk my papa no boy. Mammy, I never know to talk. Us we would damn or boy you. Thank you.
you.
My hands are up. Okay, so let's also understand. Say, I love
you. Love's hand was up.
It's just one example of the words of affirmation, right? So it's not the everyday I love you. It could be you rock my world. These people, they just want to show you, want to show me when I do. So I love compliments.
You are the queen of my heart.
No, it's with there. You can ask somebody, "How are you doing?" or "Your love." It means I love you.
It means I love
you. Are you okay? Or yeah, I love you.
Yeah, I know correct.
Let me ask you a question.
No, it's that. Oh yeah, I love you. Dr. Love will raise the stars anyway. Papa, be some baby. Me jaisa, me there.
I'm asking everybody a question. Can your love language potentially repulse your partner?
Most likely, yes.
Most likely,
yeah.
Most likely, yes.
Because Obi, I got a text and I've seen that video before. Obi already the call divorce court. That the guy is always, I love you, you look pretty, you are gorgeous, and too much money.
Yeah.
And she feels suffocated by those extensive words of affirmation. So she couldn't stand it anymore.
I need to hook that person up with Akosua.
Papa, it's possible that the guy, that is his love language.
No, but why do you guys
expressing it? But that is not the wife's love language. See, there has to be a balance.
I was about Dr. Love and say we man come up to put it on the record there. As that,
hold on. I'm finished with what your submission.
Yes, man, American, you there. It's obvious there. Besi yours nikun akokoti. Yeah, she's suffocating, and I would believe her because words of affirmation may not be her love language or your nukun the love language, right? And the husband is expressing on a love language, not the wife's love language. And that has, over a long time, probably that's what is making this woman take him to court to divorce him. We na make an abuse na the obebem to the ako waka na the ako anya careful na se one steady ne partner na we hu partner na love language ma ako pede ne partner oye manan she will be doing it, but se onye benyin no na love language it's a total put off, especially when he doesn't understand that ako is trying to tell him that this is how I want you to treat me. That's that.
So in effect, how do we strike this balance? Because it's beginning to seem like
communication.
Mama, it's beginning to, my understanding about this whole love language is that you cannot force your love language on another person. One.
You shouldn't.
Two. But however, in the same breath, you want your person to understand and know what your love language is, so they speak that language to you. Now, if the language that you like doesn't conform with that person, send away at a great local.
Where conform means Dr. Love man and Sado tells the monkas. I mean, Penny back the man on cash.
Okay, Dr. Love,
Abe astem na no kan am because on say ye wo enipa bi so ho abe hwe wone wo fi a ho onimpa say wo dije wo so wo so wo mu wo fi wa no a ope onye o only a drop on tinya. A honor all could show off to people because ABA or advance Beman or who say, oh, Mama air show do. Into a person
say, home cry.
Okay, and a baby so hard no more. Where they? A honor will be a ma show, Mamma compliment, no head up, not in son, I'm home, no, so no, I feel I know, oh, I love you, baby. Oh, and no, I also a baby who come. I'll say, and I'm person with Akosua say, and they are not so sad, no, so Akosua say, what will you say? What will you do?
No, but I did won't know what demon tremedy, so won't me mayor wabonte.
Hold on to that response.
That's fake. You faking it.
All right.
Okay, Epia, you are going to respond to that, react to Dr. Love question. But Epia so let's hear what he has to say. Nothing.
You see, oh, Ghana for me, my can't send me via Namosi and Kani, Obia sending a message or see a queer. So since you like cuddling, no, do you cuddle after sex? For me, the after sex, I just push my wife and turn my butt and do Tunisia.
Oh gosh.
You see?
It's not Islam.
Cuddling up after sex, isn't it good? I mean, like if you're into that person,
it's the best.
I mean, but if you're into that person and the person cuddles you after, you have no idea. Say, I do Tunisia. What is?
Tunisia. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If it's not the person's love language, like you said, it would be especially and maybe what the whole be on person be a touching. And maybe what the whole be they want for a while, for it like half hour to an hour for them to reorganize themselves before they want you to touch them or do anything again. That is their love language is not calling at that time. And so who do you have to force it down on that person?
No. I'm not saying say you have to force it down on that person, but I'm just saying it's nice. I'm not saying say force it down, but to come out and say media, I push
AJ.
her away and do to me. Like, come on now. Who brought this love language? Cry.
And just go with the flow. No pressure. Yeah.
Hold on to your Ako has to react to Dr. Love some more kind after that you come on.
Okay.
React to Dr. Love question.
Dr. Love, what's say onipa no pe touching, but if you on touch you, mokwa bonten out of jealousy, any we who be for a show unti. Obesheda aba be kese so that obi ama so na mpacho obi sai.
Yeah, look, okay. Me find so them me no date husband and wife, right? I know say Akosua Pekisin. I know say Akosua Epekasade. I know say Akosua Pakrokro. Well, all those things me no fear me know, but me no pia bontin. And when I'm yes animal, what will you think about me like as a person?
Dr. Love, and I'm we are all still learning. But maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, Sebi Pediasa, we did money Ghana for ya catch you when you're my baby. Na any pebble manipulation. Some people are in relationship with people, but they manipulate them. And then meaning what manipulation is. So na me feel wow. And wondering yours imagine. I know what you're doing. What time was so okay? Now, semino wolf you yourself a person. I like to be touched. I like so like I be albert can't send day woman soon. You call Jomo who says a baby papa who said papa a sheminti. Ashada yes mehunu. Mehunu pa. Oh, mehunu abruso. And a lot of people do that. And maybe so yes,
yes, and
maybe kasa okunu ho a no odimirika akotale hey no aheda baby so asem mako baby mensem hunu bi sa asida and it was so clear so oba kro nanim mie because me no me huru a ho de kra wono no oba first bar me sporting no am say ababa we ye kama na wie ye no de oye na end result am say sister unye guy what did I mention say
onim what's up.
Yeah, and na papa ka earlier say couples bi omu shia bonten a wo mu yom no obi adwere say but obi akone kwan I feel unim people like to fake a lot. They say fake it till you make it. Obi an kan Joseph for what resemble to bonten. Obi an kan will say like they show off or marriage wa bonten. Obi any competition. But ye say adwene na kwachira ma yahu say ye mu binu say yahunu say enye ne ehire nyina the way ankofo binu mu ye wabonte na chese omo wo good relationship and omo good marriage e wo mu fie definitely and say obi adwene kwa anim na otumi dwene kwa achire say enye de ehire nyina na yesika kokko sometimes ye mu bebre no because of their society any nipa bekenti you want to put that picture out there say you have the best man, the best husband. Banana nukreni enkoye. Because we as Ghanaians and blacks, dishonesty your society no definitely. It's intimi nkanokre. We hate to be mocked. We don't want to be talked about. And aka say nyane ni efesi reality. What is a onyonko aware anase nioma bi nkoyi a ubeka wanu atum ubetie bi keke ana ubehwe no atwamu a na umfa nkosiri nipa no na umfa nkoye ncham keka. People will come out clearly and we will know couples who have a solid relationship and who don't.
Yes.
Oh, I did a coded language. If you know, you know. But the long and short is that there are people out just like Dr. Love is saying, there are people out there who want the whole world to see that they have the best of everything.
And
I have the best wife. I have the best husband, and maybe I'm not posting me. But then again, when you get in, top pressure man for no reason, for no reason. One way be a winner, sir. Meanwhile, I don't come. Now a pressure keke. Oh, it really means nothing. The coded language is Indian side. It's not to break it down.
AJ can say me about Tunisia, no. Me, Madame for be a doctor, and I make cancer submission on CS. And you mean Kwana make cancer submission. You will a nipa bibrewa or munipa diano after sex, you know. O ma humi and when your mother be no more can say and from a pa ever form. Obi nso wɔ hɔ nom a ɔno wada awie no ɔpɛ sɛ ɔhoro ne ho koraa ba ɔhoro ne ho a ofi sɛ like ne ho ntene no nti no saa deɛ deɛ nea wohyia no na ɔno wokɔɔ sɛ nea wɔpɛ no no a wodeɛ da biara na wohyɛ na motuom na wohyɛ ne nkyɛn mu no wohyia foforɔ a pɔɔso no nkyɛn kakra sɛ wohu so wɔ paa fama ne sane sɛ nipadua no ɛne nipa no obiara ne sɛdeɛ wobɛkɔ akɔhyia nti wohyia nipa foforɔ biara na fi aseɛ sɛ wo open a new page na ɔde nipa no akɔ ɛsiane sɛ nea na wowɔ mu dada no sɛ prɛko pɛ na wo sesɛ nyinaa de aba ha pɛ I tell you wobɛyɛ nipa bɔne saa ara nso na deɛ ɔno nso wɔ mu dada no nea na obi yɛ no no sɛ ne nyinaa na ɔde ba ha pɛ afei bo na bɛrima no na ɔpɛ sɛ ɔkyerɛ yi meyɛ wei asɛ ebi kora afei na nano kora tumi kɔpa na ɔtumi ka sɛ me ex-girlfriend yi now so aka me ex-boyfriend yi or one ko yesi enti no preko pe na wo be hie obi ndie mu bi no obi a won differences or dey ba but you move be na ye wu sa de no na ono ka sa ma we dey too much too much yin too na dey ono so wo say dey so no so wo responsibilities bi a what tackle enti no
Okay.
AJ
Let me ask the ladies a question. Let's start with the doctors in Osuna. For common ordinary ages. Doctors in the Castelia, now ordinary ages. That's
na pharmacist so akasa.
Pharmacist, okay. From the Does this love language have the potential of improving our sex life? Mr. Tiffy, Dr. Arabs. So, okay, let me put it in both ways. Does it have a potential of improving our sex life, and does it also have a potential of messing up our sex life?
Yeah, for me, I would say yes. And I will always cite my own example, right? For me, as somebody who likes, the act of service, I've told you, if you watch me do all the stuff in the house and you don't help me, you may be even sitting and telling me, say, oh, I love you, honey, or you're doing a good job. I'm doing a good job, but you're not helping me, right? You're just giving me the praises, but you're not helping me. Now, I am tired. I am angry because the whole day I haven't seen any expression of love through my language. So when we definitely get into the bed, it's going to have a negative impact. Okay, I might be tired. Versus Ebipa, when you help me in the kitchen, who knows? Helping me in the kitchen, helping me with the prepping of the meals and stuff like it may even happen right there because for me, I'm attracted to that. So at that point, you're cute in my eyes. You look so cute to me. You're cutting veggies for me. Oh, menuaje. And see, trust me, you might touch certain things. You might kiss me here and there, and bam, we are even doing it in the kitchen. You understand? So for me, I would say yes. It impacts our sex life.
Okay. So we can impact it in the positive and the negative.
Right.
Okay. Dr. Ago.
Okay. Yes. To your question, no, can it impact your sex life? Yeah. Me idea na Obama baso. And my manager, I feel good about myself. Me feel say wojune me ho. Ade a me no support me. Of course. Ebe boy your sex life pepepe. Asem we ye nyina ye ka wa ha. Na eno de me say nye me nko a. Emma dodo na no ebe di adanse ese so woni be ma e wo mpam na sebe one wo da odi na o kasa egu wasum asan tani nyina it's a word of affirmation bi ameba. Okay, eti I love you obi bi ye me de edi ebe de be e na anti eje di ni theater for be ka say fuck talk. Yes, enti ase ye adwuma. But again,
hey, obi di ne chat AJ what mute you there no.
Oh, so tell me nti na yes, I mean no also was we be kasa don't worry.
Yeah. No.
A factor. All right.
No.
But hi. Vinash throw bibi say any na mema ne so love language ne say one wo ye bribi na wo oje ho ana wo kasa. Say ema wa hoden. Eti some words of affirmation no a ye ka no. Me jimi say nipa bi ape. Obi ara pe. Oba o bema o ope. Woni oba eda no onye ho no onye hwe so wote wa. No a ebinum nkura mo se ebinum ma ni bi ya e kire wo sa de na eye ne de. E kire wo se wo ye biribi pa. Ana meboa. E ma wa hoden. Etinye em say words ne bi o ha ye nka no kasem wa e say ABCD but eni yo e kire biribi ma wo so wonya sa on. Eti Yes, it does. It affects it. Mesnia kasa for me ho. Wunim kasa na udidi matemu a. Bra, upa ma memfio ha. Mimiem. Wan to me manage to me to me mona dia ebia afa ho adi. Aware ya sentie bia me nka hwe. But don't try that. The ubeka kasafo ateme adi matem. Na why you wadwene say, oh, bane me abeda. It will not happen. You could not say good words to me when kasa nyede. Intime mfa me homa.
Okay. Pharmacist Ikea. Only that. Okay. Come on.
Now we know you fucked up. I know fucked up now. No.
No, nothing can be here. Miss, and I came to learn from one of my Maraba, so I've learned.
Maybe so. What the me personal? So maybe that's there.
So then,
Obi no kasa me de misika be ma. Oh, maybe. No fucked up. Ni nyina ya ntro. Meba, omo kan keke on. You don't believe in that, do you? Oh, hey. Yes. Talk to me.
When in pa, which means so nipe would didn't trust or when you mamma anymore. I would that would see when you food you excuse me with someone you food you or see you are the best thing that ever happened to me. Man, she won't come in the mayor. Hey, we got any then ye.
No idea.
For talk.
Thank you.
So also so no. What dinner that were to call.
So we did Nasa meaning so
yeah, there are very few that mean. Oh, say ukuna no. Yes,
what about nipa kro no mean ampa?
So Akosua.
Share difference you be there.
If it's your husband, yeah, I would say if it's your husband, yeah, but
and we make one the enja no correct.
Do you think the love language has a potential of improving our sex life or decreasing it?
Well, it depends on what your Nipako love language is. It be a turn off. It doesn't even. It's not even good for sex. It be good for sex. It be sweet, it depends on what it is.
What is not good for sex?
Oh.
Which of them is not good for sex?
Love languages may be crying.
Yes, so words of affirmation, service, gifts, intimacy.
You see, words of affirmation need be a while. I don't make us say it be a while. O can be baby sana. I saw we didn't chini baby egu aduane to was spicy aduane we within your maniama egu will be too much of everything is bad. You understand? For me, if you say it too much, it just turns me off. That's just me personally. You say it too much, it turns me off. I love you, I miss you, and it just that is just
okay. Nana so doctors not gonna say it.
Question is saying,
say love language is yakin. Does it have a potential of making your sex life better, and does it have a potential of messing up with your sex life?
No, in fact, young Mokano, no master one a train yama be in some way free, no, into Walker, now 1 year no, now would you have the food be a woody paddy trim? Into me so say the only nipa be sia fa kasa no very important. Sa na me hunu say asem bia wo ka che nipa bia no say ye dumra edi kwan say obia enya daje say o wasi time e wo bi ho. Say nipa no wani nyi ne ho a me pa chew. Say wani gine won so a edumra wo say yetimi eyi odo adi kire. Edumra e wo say yetimi eyi odo adi ekire nipa. Wani nyi nipa no ho a me hu say also wasi nipa ne time. Because
no, I just want a straightforward answer. Does it help?
Papa, it's on say, and someone who be catching nipa one cancer, papa and cherry pana. And your audience and I do not okope bibia kotafre.
Okay.
Okope 3 points. Because and some what can send be a dini penny trimu dema and I do okope 3 points. Sure. Oba ne kwa ni trimu adin kra say obeda wonjan obebe ni trimu adin for dance so wono mo. Anakokoda ankwala ni dem o. Because your man ya ye mu fa ye nim kasa yi. Etimi tu asembum ema ye yere ne girlfriends no ma obeka sa say ye ne omo na enya Iraq war yi. Enti no onum kasa na nya okope de na atafre.
All right, Dr. Love.
Yeah, Papa Medase, the question now is yes, it is. It helps because I will say most of the time no only odofo ewo either boyfriend, fiancé, girl, husband, whoever. Say a nema obeye, a nema obeka, and no etima any panel and the energy fee. And any so fear or banner near Joe Beman near dear. And ma sexual drive no say there a increase. So and yes, they help papa a boy. I can't make it.
I am per se a day 2.5 hours per cent. Sometimes people some people want to watch after the show, but I'm gonna 4 hours near the end. I don't see a bad love language for them to show off. They don't want to they don't want to watch it. I want us to keep it the actual video itself at a very, very minimum. And in the next 3 minutes or so, the person end it live, But before me, I say my final words, I guess I'll go around one more time. It'll be 30 seconds. It'll be kind of final words. And as a matter of fact, let me say what I want to say before I let everybody say their final words. So you see, I did baby and I knew I kind of had a feeling that this is the tangent, and then you bring show the people. It's going to be very deep. It's one of those shows now. The effect will come after the show. I said, it grows on you. According to you, most of the time, and yet time I'll be most of the time, which is the first time, you don't even get it until you listen over and over and over again, and then it goes.
Any Lumba?
No, Lumba, no, you're very. I know hooks near the end. Most of the time, dance about and I yell the straight away. But according to you, grows on you. Some of the things that you can't hear you know, a bit more homunim da. A bit so what they are hearing for the first time. A bit so what homunim be, be a come and me. I think the last group, Namini Kakra and Amenya Kakra Akaho. But here's my take on this whole thing. I feel like it's good to know these things. It's good to understand these love languages. It's good to also understand your partner's love language. Now, the reason why it's good to understand yours, it's good to know yours and it's good to know your partner's, and it will help you, if possible, strike a balance. It will help you, if possible, try and compromise. But then let's understand the compromise and yet definite say there will always be a compromise. And if you also understand that now, one can also ever go with your expectations, ever go with the type of pressure or stress that you put on your partner. Because if they can't do it, they can't do it. The fact that you want it so bad doesn't necessarily mean that the partner should do it. I mean, you understand? So much as when we understand ourselves, we understand our partner's love language, we do the best to compromise. We shouldn't be expecting too much from our partners. Otherwise, there's always going to be conflict, there's always going to be pressure, there's always going to be tension. And you'll be the I love you type. So if your partner is not saying I love you to you, and that makes you think, say, your partner doesn't love you, you're putting unnecessary pressure on yourself and your partner because that is not their style. You don't force it on them because it won't work. They might have to start faking. You understand? If your partner is not the kitchen type, don't make it a big deal. If it's not their style, it's not their style. The much as you wish, it's in a utopic world, we wish all our love languages will be listened to, will be spoken to us. But if you are lucky and some of them get spoken to you, now what Danyamiasi. But to me, don't put too much pressure when you think, say, like just like the interview beside, is it possible that your love language could repulse your partner? If it does repulse that partner, don't push it. Don't push because you'll be doing more harm than good to yourself. If it really does repulse them, don't push it. If it happens now, and I think we should also do a better job at communicating these love. If you are lucky enough to find what your love languages are, you should do a better job of communicating to your partner because said you're observant enough to figure out what my partner's love language might be. And maybe sometimes you have to communicate. If the person is willing or is capable of compromise, I believe they will do that to make you happy. And if they are not like that, please. And then the also push. Like if you want PDA and the person doesn't like PDA, don't push it. Don't push it. You rather push the person away. It's not their style. Understand it. And don't.
But I can't. I will
PDA, like public display of affection. If that's one of your love languages and the person doesn't like it, there's no need to push it. What I say, if you happen to meet two people who like it, fine. If the person can compromise for you, fine. But don't stress yourself out and extend any stress to somebody else. That would rather make this whole thing in nice language fall flat in your face. That's what I have to say about this whole topic. It's good, but let's strike a good balance. Yeah, am I talk too much pressure? Am I your partners? Because at the end of the day, you might end up losing that person, all because your love language is not being spoken to you. Love languages are good, and we hope that our partners will understand our love languages and speak them to us. But don't push it down somebody's throat. Hey, you are going to suffocate the person. You might end up losing something very good to you. Let's say 30 seconds. Now, the last comment. Let's start to feed another.
Nice. And then so your baby senior and your mother bebre na nka sa platform a bibia na ebeba no afanya mu no yampo djumadi na yanya a whole book ayedi kofi Akosua de me so woni de ma so why wadwen so be ware why wadwen so be twumpna na the ingredient bi a ɛbɛma ade no agyina no yɛmfi aseɛ ne yɛnsua obi nim a obi kyerɛ na obi nso kyerɛ nso a mɛmfa abufuo so ngye ɛsiane sɛ sɛ wopɛ sɛ wosua adeɛ a ɔsetam biara na woyɛ open minded a wobɛtumi agye nneɛma papa agu mu nyɛ sɛ biribi a obiara kɛnte na obiara afa but menkae bɔ atwa toɔ no sɛ mesrɛ wo wowɔ platform yi so na womfa wo nsa abɔdeɛ nkɔyɛ a mesrɛ wo yɛn nuabaa no a ne nuabaa ɛfiri mu no AJ na ɔte hɔ no sɛ wonim no a ɔno ani ɛnɛ ɔde ama yɛ atufoɔ boɔ asɛ ofiri ayie no mu baeɛ no still no nti ɔde ama yɛ atufoɔ boɔ next week deɛ me sɛ ɛbɛgye agu ɔna ɔte hɔ no a ɔhema rasta nti mesrɛ wo a womfa wo nsa a ɔbɔdeɛ nkɔyɛ no ɛne deɛ mu a bɔmmɔden a na bɔmmɔden yɛ na ɛnyɛ fɛ na kurom a yɛnka sɛ akokɔbɔn a kurom akokɔbɔn wote sɛ ambulance bi ɛresu na te sɛ fire service bi so a na AJ ne n'abusua ɛna ɔmɔda ma obi biara ase sɛ abusuafo ɛda obi biara ase da sɛ ne no ɛbɛsɛ ahyia bio.
Okay. Now that clear that's it. Ava, Dr. House.
Dr. House.
Let's understand that these are expression of love. It's not a daily affair. If people can get the book and read it, it would help because then you will get to understand it from your own perspective. Okay. It helps. For me, it has helped me a lot. I am not expecting my partner to speak my love language all the time, but what I'm saying is that if he wants to express love to me at any time when he wants to express love to me, he knows what I like and he can come through that avenue because that makes me value his act. And for me, I know his. So I also know if I want to express love to him, I know how to do it. So he cherishes it. Other than that, as it be a baby, if it doesn't speak to my love language, you're doing it, but it's really not, valued. Another thing is that communication helps a lot. When it comes to these things, nobody is saying buy pressure for your partner or buy pressure for somebody else, but it's communication. If you cannot speak your partner's love language, why are you with them anyway? Why do you even say you love them? It's not a daily thing. If you love somebody, certain things basically comes automatically. It just happens. But it's the communication that would help your partner know, say, oh, or a waste of time. And if we want to maintain peace at home, I just say this is something worth looking. Then again, not to put pressure for anybody, but it is worth looking into it because most of the times we express love the wrong way. And so we have so many, women feel like they are not valued. Men feel like they are not being respected by their wives because the thing is that you're not doing things that I like. So in turn, I may also not take you serious and may take certain things for granted. And at the end of the day, it's two people not understanding each other. But every time we are not, we are finding faults. And see, it's worth looking into it. It's worth reading. Get it on Amazon. There's audibles, whatever you want to do with it. It's worth looking into it. It might help your relationship. It's the most
Yo, Dr. Araba and what's the name? Dr. Love.
Yo, abe me da se abijafo ina me da mo ina ma se telephones me checha me da mo se the year can Ghana for ya na ebegyina ha na ye kan sembe bra obi ti fia na ebia or true stone ba. But one thing we have to learn is I said we all have to be ready to learn. Now there ba come hu no Ghana for hu say ye mpa desua wa hu no ye mpa desua. We should try to learn. Na yensua de enye sika nko ahunu enye sika nko da bia yɛka sɛ dɛ sɛ anigye ɛwɔ mu fie a saa nneɛma no kora ma nyinkyɛ sɛ bɛrima ebenyina kyɛ efiri ne yere sɛ ɔbaa nso ebenyina kyɛ efiri ne kunu nti sɛ mote hɔ na anigye wɔ mo ho na mo study mo ho na mo te mo ho ase na mo dɔ mo ho a but one thing is don't fake yourself to please somebody if it's not coming from your heart. I mean, said the woyɛ no emfiri wo mu a ehia sɛ wobɛyɛ but do whatever you think is the best thing to do to bring peace at home than say yɛbɛdi yɛn ho atɛm than sɛ ɔne wɔ yɛrɛ te fie na nna yɛ atamfo ɔne na yɛ sɛ sɛbe roommate bi those things doesn't help ɛno na ama yɛawade ayɛ tantantan atete apansam te mesrɛ mu bebree mom yɛnsua deɛ na bɛboa yɛ paa meda ase.
Okay, Dr. Love and I'm telling you, you call Dr. Akosua Williams.
Okay. Yeah, better BBS for joining today. Guest, I'm by so I'm sure you know. Yes, you and your baby. Mechanic say, since I've been on Nkomonkitinkiti, there's a lot my picking from here. Even though your Bible I need joking here, you know, it's yes first a tier for a fat and semi be serious. The little me person me can't love language, you know, when they say you can kind when you part of time na watcho or then some for be akeka boom na watcho no de e ma ye say ye hwe so mfanya hye so de ne krakra mu nyina ne say edien e na nipa a wone ne wo ho wo ya e ma na nige de tietie mu ano no obi ane se de otie obi ane ade a wo pe nipa nyina anse eti definitely no say okunu ana wo yere ebi ono ade tuntum no pe eno no pe hye eno na wo hye a eye ne fa hye no asɛm ni nyina ni eti obi pese wo ka asɛm de kyerɛ no enye necessary sɛ wo bɛka kyerɛ nipa ne sɛ wo dɔ no enko a ene ya wo bɛyɛ ewe a wo bɛ support nipa no e wɔ nadeɛ bi a wo yɛ mu sɛ sɛbe dia wo yɛ enye wo nkwasi asɛm na wo bɛhu no so ɔno so n'ani so adeɛ hu no anaasɛ ɔno so deɛ openi on sɛ nipa dodoɔ na no tai yɛmfa sɛ yɛn Ghanafoɔ ne amehunu wɔ yɛ ho ni sɛ wɔtɔn tomatoes na onua tɔn akutu a the fact is what no interest what tomatoes mu nti ohun ni nua na akutu tɔn no sɛ yɛn kwasi asɛm. That is where the problem is. Let's learn to respect and accept each other's differences. Meti wo sɛ mini obi nam na mini ade a wo pɛ a bibia nsi me ho kwan sɛ mɛyɛ sɛ nipa ne ka kyerɛ me da koro pɛ a aka me tirim abere bia no mɛpɛ sɛ mɛyɛ saa na nipa no ani agye. That's all it takes. Ɛmfa nhyɛ nipa no ɛma ne nyɛ ɛhyɛsoɔ ɛma no but fa ne sɛ wadi a wopɛ sɛ woyɛ ne sɛ nipa ne wɔ hɔ no wobɛma n'ani agye eti meyɛ ama w'ani agye yɛsrɛw emfiri akoma ne mu a don't do it. Don't do it to fake. So oh yeah keke na asmesi. No. Yeah, no na yeka. But there should be compromise in marriage. There should always be. Be ready to forego certain things or let go your beliefs and certain things you don't like or you don't believe in if your partner believes in those things. Yeah, the best here na yasre nyame se obema yeda sene. Essential. Yebeto ya this.
All right, Dr. Akosua Williams, I'm telling you. Now, what happened to mother? Agreed. We'll find out.
And then Dr. Akosua and Dr. Mamiaraba. I've learned a lot today. It was a nice topic to come back to. Anyway, me nkasa bibre, but mefa akwanya we so namada ubia se, nida ubibia ase. in my trying times. People called me, almost sending me messages. Obi also contribute to the donations with that Obi. And panelists, I am mobile support here, Papa, on behalf of Papa and Nkomonkitinkiti, we say thank you very much. Made that Obi biase. Na me pacho Obi donate your friend Ide. Minim the last name into sister me pacho say utia. Mr. Obomodia hit me back door na me anyone kasa why made that see be brave. The surprises were too many and the surprises keeps coming. Made that Obi biase. Much me odo ate say bro been into season to me Obi biase. That's a next week, Dr. Love at the tools ebeba any gadget ebeba. Na
Hey, and then I can say,
experiments. Experiment. Handcuffs be pie wom. KY job be pie wom.
and Durua.
Etwe be pie wom. Koti be pie wom. Next week they corner all out raw. So
AJ no.
Maybe amamu etufo bo. Until the next week dear. Then another ako kind. Maybe amamu etufo bo. But next week dear. Dr. Love. Me pacho. Next week I'm depending and counting on you. Madam Doctor, the obey ni hum rabasem on ye kasa ofa bibia krama on ma oba.
Which doctor? We have 2 doctors now.
I'm talking about the doctor in red. Obey
Doctor in red. Okay.
I don't know whether Mami Araba up to bringing something about Mami Araba, whatever. No. Yes.
About 1:32 a.m. America time, Eastern, Mentekasa.
Yeah, kasa no love language is na adini bebre. Yeah, be teaching.
Actual language.
Yeah, train nipples the near the but my niabano who use anything. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and next week or Messi the anates or no why no. Again, Obibias, Yamisha Obibia for your love, support, donations, and everything. I thank you all. That's an essential.
Yo, it was your for and that's it. And upon 4 3, the doctor's 3, and the winning ass, you see, and your baby. Next week, I may have no Kumia, but Friday, we have a very, very special edition. Our team is full again. Ikea is back, so there's a lot that we'll be talking about. In the meantime, Dr. Eric Pope also say, Yanko a top up na Yanko have one night stand or premiere no this Friday. And and I did a live production this week. It was for the winning ass, I mean, and come na we out.